Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, everyone in Macon, Georgia, Middle Georgia, and everyone else around the world through the World Wide Web. This is the morning roast for Monday, November the 11th, 2013. Today is Veterans Day.
Yes.
Happy
Veterans Day.
Happy Veterans Day
To everybody.
Yes, I know it. I saw the game.
I think you're looking.
I saw the game. Yes, it was a madhouse.
Morning, Muhammad Hussein. Welcome, everybody. This is nice.
Well,
He's got to
Mike's
announce.
been out there just watching.
Yeah, well, he can come back if he wants. Just don't be a Rocco. Well, good morning, everybody. Good morning, one person. Muhammad. What's up?
Good morning, Muhammad. Yeah, how's it going?
How y'all doing?
This is the morning roast, and as I said, today is Veterans Day, so the post office and the banks will not be
They don't
open
do
today.
their job anyway.
But the doctor's office is.
Yeah.
The post office is closed.
Gotta go for a probe. No, I'm just kidding.
That made my stomach.
Now it is. Good morning, good morning, good morning. A lot of shit happened on the weekend.
The cop, there's a big thing going around now. If you got a tight ass, don't get pulled over.
Oh.
Because you end up with a free colonoscopy and all that other shit that guy got.
Oh yeah, that's yeah.
Hey,
That's unconstitutional. Good morning, Iraq. Hopefully everybody is doing well from a long weekend, and it's still kind of a weekend. Today is like a holiday, Veterans Day, of course. By the way, happy Veterans Day, Iraq.
To all the veterans, happy birthday! Happy
I
Veterans Day
don't know
to
if
you.
Muhammad may have been Al Qaeda guy, so I don't know. But good morning, all.
Yeah, it's 8:04 a.m. Eastern Time in Macon, Georgia. It's 47 degrees, sunny, but yet really brisk. Really brisk. Chilly, yes. With a high of 71 and a low of 43, but don't let that sunlight fool you because it's going to get colder throughout the better part of the week.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, there's supposed to be a cold front. We're going to be on like a frost watch between today and 9 a.m. Wednesday morning. Between 9 and 9 a.m. Wednesday. It's going to be really cold because it's supposed to get down to below freezing tomorrow night.
Yeah, get your plants inside. Make
And your pets.
sure they are safe. If not, they're gonna die.
Yeah.
They're gonna die. That's it.
No doubt about it. No question.
Anyway,
about
hope everybody is doing good. We certainly had a very interesting weekend. A lot of shit happening. Why don't you go do the story of Central Georgia honoring Veterans Day, and then we'll move on to the next story. Go ahead.
Okay. As you know, there was a special program this weekend for Veterans Day. There's going to be some programs. Today there's going to be some. There's going to be a Veterans Day salute at Fort Hawkins in Macon at 4 p.m. There's going to be a memorial for the fallen veterans at Linwood Cemetery also in Macon at 11 a.m. The Museum of Aviation cake for veterans, which will be 1 o'clock today, November 11th, and which I think is going to be Museum of Aviation will be at the it's going to be at the Dublin's VA Medical Center at 11 a.m. At the
It sounds exciting. What else is in the news, Derek?
Yes. I'm just saying there's going to be a lot of stuff.
We got satellite.
We have satellite stuff.
Disintegrated in
Hell of a commercial.
nasty fucking storm.
Oh yes, we had a very terrible storm, a
All right,
typhoon.
well.
Also for veterans, somehow they had I had trouble reading against a lot of typos. But those who are in the Middle Georgia area, particularly veterans, Shoney's will have free cheeseburgers for veterans and active duty military people. Just show your ID, active duty military people, and you get a free cheeseburger at Shoney's. And Coffee Cream will offer a free donut. I think we'll offer donuts and small coffee participating locations.
Starbucks is also giving out a free coffee to any vet.
Is there one in Forsyth? No.
Not that I know of.
Closest one is Tipton.
Well, Starbucks is giving out free coffee. Is Krispy Kreme giving anything out?
Well, coffee and donuts.
Both?
Yes.
No, that's a nice deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Almost forgot. There will be a freeze watch for Baldwin County. Just want to let you guys know. Baldwin County, Georgia. That's all what I have. They may extend throughout Central Georgia, like somewhere between now and 9 a.m. Wednesday.
Yeah, so people in Canada and in Australia, watch out. We're going to be cold here.
Yeah, it's going to be really
All
cold.
right. Well, Obama did address the nation and the veterans. He said thank you. And he promises more jobs. Wonder what that's about. All I know is he's got a lot to go. A lot of promises made, and a lot of them are, besides his own fault. Other people, of course, like to sabotage his presidency. So, what are we honoring today besides the veterans?
I think he's doing a pretty good job on his own earth.
It's better than having Sarah Palin, who wants to get back.
Mm-hmm.
Or him.
Yeah. But I tell you, I will say this though: President Obama's not catching a whole. It's not the only head of state that's catching a whole lot of heat. In Paris, when I was at Veterans Day, actually started as an armistice day, back as a symbol to end World War I back in November 11, 1918. And the French president is catching a lot of hell.
No shit. What happened?
Yes, in Paris, France's unpopular president ignored jeers by protesters as he was getting booed as he laid flowers at the tomb of the unknown soldier during a World War I ceremony.
Wow. Yeah, the heckler. That's probably an Obama heckler in France. They do that shit to Obama all the time.
Yeah.
But that was at a ceremony.
Mm-hmm, at a ceremony.
Wow.
Francois
No
Hollande.
respect.
Francois Hollande, the French president of France, paraded up the Champs-Élysées Avenue to the Arc de Triomphe monument under sunny skies this morning, Monday morning, to outbursts of loud booing from small pockets of the crowd lining his route. The unusual protest during what was intended as an annual ceremony honoring soldiers who died in battle for an inauspicious start to France's year-long commemoration of next year's 100th anniversary of the outbreak, the start of World War I. Holland's popularity has sunk to record lows amid growing dissatisfaction over weak economic growth, high taxes, and rising joblessness. Wow. But it's contagious, I guess. I see.
I guess it is.
Very contagious.
By the way, you guys are really saying something about the audio is choppy or something. I think Ed fixed it, no? Looks better now.
What?
Yeah, they're all saying it's skipping.
Skipping video and audio?
Is it better? Or is it still skipping? They thought it was me stuttering.
No, I hear. I'm watching it.
Okay.
I'm watching it coming.
According to Ed, it's doing well, but it is kind of lag. Wow.
Well,
It's like a
there's
2-minute lag.
Yep, that's the way it usually is. It's got to go all the way to the server and all the way back.
Yeah.
So you're not going. I'm not going directly from here to you.
Yeah, I
I'm
guess
just
not.
going out. Just like with Blog TV, we're going to Israel.
Today's about veterans in the USA, Canada, and other countries. Not a time to bring Obama's failures or other politicians.
You're probably right.
I
I just happened to bring
He is
this
the
up.
commander-in-chief.
I just happened to talk about it because Veterans Day did start off as a way to end World War I.
Yeah.
And because it was, according to President Woodrow Wilson, it's supposed to have been the war to end all wars, but obviously that was not true.
Well, speaking of elected our veterans, we also have veterans in our new government. A lot of them were old Macon City official politicians. They're back. And the 9 Macon Bibb County Commissioners and the mayor-elect all sat down on Friday for the first time in the afternoon. The group joined the Consolidation Task Force meeting to hear some of the work that's already been done in preparation for consolidation, which is real good. One by one, each newly elected official gave a quick introduction and talked about their hope for the new Macon Bibb government. Elaine Lucas, the only female on the team, laughed when they asked about keeping up with the boys. She said with a smile, she can definitely handle it. You're not kidding. She is no joke. Mayor Robert Rickett is also the mayor-elect. said he's excited about the new group of leaders. He also added, at a stroke of midnight, January 1st of this new year, Macon will be the 4th largest city in the state, behind Columbus, Augusta, and our biggest city, of course, Atlanta, Georgia.
Okay.
Atlanta, once Macon and Bibb consolidate, the new city will beat out Savannah's population.
Finally.
So, you know.
So that means we got to strike while the
That
strike
means
while
we're
the iron
bigger
is-
than Savannah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Which means we Macon nights with all the people here. We got to strike while the iron is hot. We can't stop growing now.
And that's the main reason why they want to consolidate, because now we can get better grants.
Exactly.
Well, it
Or
should have happened
money
a long
in their
time ago.
pocket.
Yeah, should have happened a long time ago.
Yeah.
I think Clark County and Athens, they consolidated about, 5 years now?
No, 20 years ago. They've been consolidated since 1990. Since
Yeah,
1990.
and they're doing pretty good.
Yeah, they've been doing a whole lot.
They're still not bigger than Macon, though.
Well, they were actually 10 years ago. They were, believe it or not. It's like ever since, like I said, ever since the Olympics came and went back in 1996, Athens actually became bigger than Macon at one point. Bigger than Macon.
Wow. Well, now they regurgitated back, I guess.
Yes. I mean, because
Anyway, to close out, the mayor and commissioners also talked about when to swear in the new government. They don't even know when. Robert proposed it holding on the morning of December 31st. I agree. But others asked that it should happen on December 30th in the evening. They did not set any time or date in stone. The next meeting of the Consolidated Task Force and newly elected officials scheduled for this Friday, November 15th, from 2 to 4 p.m. at the Middle Georgia Regional Commission. Where is that?
Regional Commission.
Yeah,
I want to say downtown.
I guess. It's the courthouse. Why don't they just say that? Bibb County Courthouse, Commissioner's Office. Kind of confuse everybody. Oh, what the hell? By the way,
So that, we got to go to 11/11.
okay, we're gonna go to
11/11/11/11.
Okay.
Okay, there you go. Oh, we're gonna go to 11, 12, 13. How's that? Today is 11, 12, 13. By the way.
Well, 11/11.
Oh, 11.
Tomorrow will be
Tomorrow.
12/13.
Alright. By the way, wrong answer again. Charles Richardson wrote a story in the Macon Telegraph, which is stuff that you and I talked about, Ed, how customer service
Sucks.
in the state of Georgia
Yes.
has a 4-letter word to it.
Poor.
It's almost the F word.
Oh, okay.
Sock.
Okay.
Customer service in Georgia sucks. Only when you go to like a Quick Trip and all that, they're quick and you're out of there. But don't give them time to exude their personalities. Because then you got another problem.
Oh, yeah.
Let them just take care of you and get out. Don't get to know anybody at this point. I've been getting a lot of wrong answers. You know, the kind of blank stares you get from people who have either sold you something or didn't work or offered a service that didn't perform. I consider myself pretty handy. And he talks a little bit about, you know, what he does on his off time. Anyway, so he goes in. I thought the battery in my lawnmower had gone bonkers, and I went to my usual auto parts supply store to pick a new one. I didn't have an old one with me, so I returned to the store the next day and exchanged the core. The battery turned out not to be the problem, but I figured I'd have both batteries tested. Turns out my old battery held a higher charge than the new one, so I decided to return it. The salesperson asked if I installed a new battery. I said yes, long enough to see that it didn't work on my lawnmower. She replied, "We can't take it back. It's against store policy." I asked for the manager and she told me the same thing. That was the wrong answer. I don't like to fuss, but I buy 10 quarts of Mobil 1 synthetic oil at $9.19 a quart. Don't ask what kind of contacts it's going to cost. This is one of those gas guzzlers that he has. Big SUV, probably.
I see.
My wife and I, check this out, after spending a wonderful morning in Jeffersonville, decided to lunch at a restaurant in the shops at the River Crossing. You know where that is,
Okay,
right?
that's the new high-end mall right there.
My wife ordered a Merlot. She took one sip, and it wasn't to her liking. She asked the waitress if she could set a glass of something else. The waitress said it's against company policy. But she would ask the manager, always had a bad sign, right? And the manager said, sorry.
Another wrong answer.
Another wrong answer. Sorry, I have to drink what you ordered. Case number 3. And this one may be the most egregious or
Egregious.
Egregious, yeah, whatever. Yeah, disgusting, horrible. There's a new convenience stopping station near my home. I pulled up last week to do 2 things. I needed air in my tires and I was on empty. I drive a big hulking gas guzzling SUV. There you go. So when I was about to drop $70 on them, and I pulled up to a do-it-yourself vacuum station, plopped in 4 quarters and nothing, not a peep. I went to the cashier and told him I can tell he didn't give a flip. When I asked for my dollar back, he said, I can't do that. I said, no problem. Got in my big hulking gas guzzling SUV and drove off to another station. Okay, well, here we go. What do you think? This is stuff that we talked about here on our show.
Yes.
That customer service sucks. Sucks in Macon. I mean, it gets to a point. I'll give you an example. I'm not going to name the place.
Okay.
Out of respect, because I do like their food.
Okay.
But I recently went with Anthony. We got together and we went down over on Ingleside. So that'll give you kind of an idea where I'm talking about, Yirak. I go over and we order a pizza. All right, we order pizza. I had a beer and then I had another one. And I had 2 beers. And I'm sitting around waiting with Anthony. And of course, you know, just sitting there with Anthony with nothing to do, waiting on food for almost an hour. We were sitting there. So I looked at him, he looked at me, he says, shit, what's going on? What's going on with our order? It's never taken this long. So I decided, now I'm sipping on my second beer, I decided I'm going to go over and ask them, how's the order come? Guess what?
What?
They never put in the order. And the guy went home. He took my order and went home. About the only good news was that they comped me the whole damn pizza and the 2 beers. Yeah.
Wow.
They, good morning, 010.
He probably was laughing all the way home. Said, those guys will be waiting for their pizza.
Dude, you
Big
know,
guy with the big mouth from New York.
Yeah, Mr. New York City.
it's no New York pizza, but it's certainly the best pizza.
New York pizza's thin crust. Yeah, you fold it in half.
You gotta fold it, yeah.
Oh, by the way, I just want to give you guys the heads up. We talk. I've been kind of wanting our show to go on the road.
Oh, Derek.
For a while.
He doesn't know about this yet.
Yeah, I know. I've been. We're gonna spring this up, Derek, as we're talking.
Surprise!
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be. No, you're right. No, don't be sorry. I got a big pizza pie and 2 beers. Shit, and that was good beer, by the way. Some Spanish name, Carla Blanca or some shit.
Oh, I thought
it was pretty good.
So it wasn't Dos Equis or nothing like
Yeah, some shit. Anyway, no, we've been talking about taking a morning roast on the road a little bit. And I had a visit from a guy named Kendrick Dwayne. If you guys remember, he was here with the poet. He was the artist, the guy that likes to paint.
Yes.
And he came by and he said that they're having a big breast cancer fundraiser at the Douglas Theater. And that he wanted us to do the show at the Douglas Theater at 8 p.m. on Friday. So this Friday at 8 p.m., don't look at the date. Obviously, these kids, they don't know how to make flyers, but here's a flyer. And it's going to be at the Douglas Theater at 8 o'clock. Morning Roast will be putting out a show out of there.
Okay.
And we can make comments on the 50 people that are showing up. Here's some of the people that are going to be on there. And Lord knows I know none of them. But, you know, what the hell. They got their names on here. Performers include Dean Brown and Dub Shack.
Yes, I know him. I used to work with him. He's a great
Rudy
actor.
Mendez and
Great
Travis Hart. I guess that's it. And it's at the Douglas Theater at from 6:30 till 11:30. Of course, we're not going to be there the whole time. You better not expect that.
I hope that's a typo for the date, because if that's, because it says November 1st.
Yeah, no, it's a typo. That's what I made the comment. Then I make flyers. Typo on it. Anyway, that's this Friday. So check us out. We'll be on live. And we'll see what happens. We'll be at the infamous Douglas Theater.
I think I might have a video for that.
Yeah?
It's spot on TV. Let me see if I
Yeah.
can find it.
Okay.
How you doing? Guess
Good
who
morning,
just
Ann.
entered? Guess who just entered? It's Tower of London.
Anthony, this Friday at the Douglas Theater, we're going to be doing a morning roast.
Mm-hmm.
Out of the Douglas Theater at 8 o'clock. Please join us. That will be fabulous.
All right.
Yeah.
I got it.
Yeah, what up? Yeah, I want you
that
to be
beautiful
there. I want you to be
news
there.
footage.
Derek is going to be there. I'll be there. Ed will be there. We're going to be broadcasting live from the Douglas Theater during this masquerade. I guess that's a little bit late, but he wants to still put it on. The Masquerade Ball. It should be a lot of fun. We'll get to meet some people. I'm going to be going in the audience, dragging people over to the camera.
You ready?
All right, take a look. Here's a little taste.
Riverside Drive, Macon.
Welcome back, everybody. Local artist Dwayne Kendrick joins us to talk about the second annual Breast Cancer Awareness Masquerade Ball, which will be held at the Douglas Theater. And I'll tell you, this is some of Dwayne's work right here, and this is going to be some fantastic stuff.
Thank you.
So
Yeah, tell us about the ball.
The ball is for breast cancer survivors. There's a couple of artists, me, Travis Hart, Rudy Mendez, Dean Brown, and Dubshak all got together to give a ball for the survivors and have them have a evening of elegance.
An evening of elegance. That sounds fantastic. Now, where does the artwork come in? Is that going to be a silent auction?
Some of the artwork will be silently auctioned, and proceeds from that auction will go towards donating to the Susan B. Coleman Foundation.
Now, how'd you pick this foundation? You're wearing pink.
Because it's a local chapter here in Macon, and we want to try to keep the money here in Macon, other than sending it to Texas. Last year we used the Breast Cancer Foundation there, and I thought, what better way than to have our money go into our community.
Well, I think that sounds fantastic. Talk to me about Night of Elegance. What does that mean?
The Night of Elegance is from 6:30 to 7:30. There's going to be education, nurses on hand to tell people about how to identify breast cancer. There's going to be survivors there telling their story. But from 8:30 until 11:30 is the ball, and the ball is for those people who want to dress up and be beautiful because of what stigma has said about breast cancer.
Now, is there a fee?
Yes, there's a $20 fee. Those proceeds will be going to the Coleman Foundation as well.
All right, let's talk about some of the other artwork.
Some of the other artwork we have on Travis Hart. He's a how would I say him? Abstract genius.
Abstract genius. Now, is this some of his work right here?
No, that's some of my work right there. That's my
Talk to me
work.
about that one. That one's really neat.
That one's called Slain in the Spirit, and I did it for it was inspired by my sister, and she's a minister Carolina.
And let's talk about the next piece.
This piece right here is Gucci. It's called Gucci Guilty, and it's me adding Afro-American features to a commercial that I saw on TV that I liked.
All right, sounds great. Dwayne Kendrick, the ball is next weekend, next Friday night.
Yes, it is.
All right, you need to register in advance or just show up at the Douglas?
You can call the Douglas for tickets and registration, or you can just show up at the door. We're doing both.
All right, sounds good. Thanks so much. Talented art stuff. I like that one for your sister. You can give that to her. All right.
Thank you.
Coming up, we'll have your local headlines just ahead, plus including the latest on Macon's new consolidated government.
Thank you very much, Ed.
Thank you, Ed.
That was the Saturday morning show where they had the entertainer who was being interviewed by Suzanne Lawler of WMAZ News.
Yep, and that was Kendra Dwayne who came here on Saturday, actually.
Okay.
I guess it was right after he announced it. He came here banging on the door saying, "Hey, I want you guys to do the morning roast over there." So that should be exciting for us to do.
Yeah.
So what time does it start? It actually starts at 6:30, but we're gonna start our show at 8 o'clock. So we're gonna go from 8 to whatever.
Okay.
If you're there, Anthony, we're gonna stay extra time. Now here's the good news: anybody that's part of the morning roast crew is gonna get in. It's $20 a head, so they're expecting a nice little crowd. But we get in for free. So
Okay, so our show is going to be in the morning or in the evening? Because
Night.
At night.
In the night.
So we're going to have an evening show.
We're gonna have an evening show.
Okay.
Friday evening. We're gonna have a show at the Douglas Theater, special evening show that Ant loves so much. We're gonna be ourselves. We're gonna ask these people what they're about, and we're gonna make a video out of it and put it online. What the hell? It's gonna be Flippin' Friday, exactly. So, Anthony, I definitely want you there. Please clear your schedule. I don't care if you have to go to another Bootsy contest. Just show up. Thank you. Well, and that's really what I want to do. I want to take the show on the road occasionally. And good, sounds good to me. Remember, Anthony, if you come to the door, you gotta let me know because I gotta let you in. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking
Speaking of entertainment, like I said, Robert Irony Singleton, the guy who played T-Bone in the hit show The Walking Dead on AMC, he's going to have a show at the Grand Opera House at Sunday, November 17th. It's going to be called Blindsided by The Walking Dead. It has tickets are on sale. I guess you have to go through Mercer ticket sales, Mercer University. The tickets go from, I guess, at least from here, from $32 to $42 to $42 to $72.
Too much money.
Yeah, it's kind of high. Well, yeah.
$32.40. What kind of a ticket price is that?
Well, $32 from $42, $42, and $72.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. But he's going to be there, so I'm gonna try my best to see if I can get in touch with him today, and hopefully be able to get an interview with him this week, since his show is going to be this upcoming Sunday.
Okay, there you go. So the guy from The Walking Dead,
Yes.
#1 guy in Macon, I guess.
Yeah, he's having a show.
He's having a Mercer University, whatever. Who are we talking about? We're talking about this guy at the Mercer. He says, I bet he doesn't get a good turnout.
Yeah, $32. Yeah, but then again,
Too expensive. Yeah, I agree.
I
This is making bid. They don't make that much money around here. Spending money like I could see you spending money on a Bootsy Collins, who's a legend, but Elton John and so on. But
Jerry
some
Seinfeld.
guy that Walking Dead, who cares? Barely recognize these people. They're all made up like zombies.
Well, it's kind of hard to him It's kind of hard for him not to blend in. I mean, he played like the black guy on the show. I think the only black guy who lasted more than 2 seasons. He was there for about 2.5, 3 seasons.
Anyway, the residents did respond to the proposed new development for downtown Gray, our downtown, our next door neighbor, Gray.
Yes.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
It's the next city over. And they're fixing up their downtown. You know, Middle Georgia is really going through like a major upheaval in terms of government. Everybody has been elected. Warner Robins, all these places. They're all everything around us is changing very rapidly. And a lot of that may be attributed to the resurgence in Macon. Who knows?
Mm-hmm.
But now that Macon's going to be the 4th largest city in Georgia, hopefully we'll get more money in here. And I think that we're going to put Savannah out of the map.
I know, because Savannah is a port city, so Macon's landlocked, yeah.
Fatherland, today is Veterans Day. It's funny that you ask. It is today. So all the banks are closed, all the post offices are closed, all that crap.
Mm-hmm.
We're closed.
Yeah. Anyway, will Sarah Palin run again? Is the next question. Sarah Palin, 49, is still much of a place for her. Sarah Palin is the original hero of the Tea Party.
Yeah.
And really, why doesn't this woman just crumple up like a piece of paper and disappear? Why is she still around? Why are they making her relevant?
Because she's way cuter than Ted Cruz, obviously. I mean,
Please.
I'm serious. That's the only reason. If she looked like freaking the Crypt Keeper from there, she wouldn't even get the time of day. Only reason why she's getting this airtime because she's actually cute. Unfortunately, even though she's cute, but she's Sofia Vergara in the face, but she's like Forrest Gump up in here. But you know.
I don't know. I think Forrest Gump was brilliant. Are you kidding me? This woman's not brilliant. This woman's an idiot.
Duh, that's what I'm saying.
She's like that annoying freaking neighbor that bothers you about every little detail.
Yeah, you betcha.
How
Yeah.
you mow your lawn. I would hate to have her as a neighbor.
Oh my God.
Yeah, you're right. Forrest Gump was a freaking genius.
You're right. You're right. I can't even disagree with you. Yeah, you're right.
Stupid.
The man's a freaking. That dude became a multi-millionaire by accident.
Our little daughter's a whore. What can I say?
Dang.
Yeah, watching a mom.
You brutally honest, man. I'll say that. You don't.
You know how many ogle-eyed, those are fat old men from Washington must have been staring at Sarah Palin?
Mm-hmm.
All those old men going home to their ugly-ass wives with their spray head and dyed pink hair and all that shit, and they look at Sarah Palin and it's like they go home and masturbate. That's why.
Well, what do you think? I mean, they always said that politics is basically Hollywood for ugly people.
No, I'm serious. Look at these men in Washington, how filthy old they are.
Yeah.
Why even any of them are still in politics is beyond me.
Get paid.
By the way, we did talk about Anthony. We talked about the commissioners coming together, mayor-elect, and it looks like they're gonna have their swearing in sometime around December 31st or the 30th. They can't even decide on that already. They can't even decide. But it would be good for us to be there. Watch them get sworn in, Anthony. That would be good for us to be there. And then you can wear your Ricketts shirt. Let's see what happens. Sarah Palin's not the original Tea Party person. I beg to disagree. Ron Paul was the original Tea Party. And then the machine took it over and co-opting the movement. Yeah, maybe. More idiots came into play. That whole Tea Party thing is ridiculous. They don't want government, but yet they bitch and moan when government doesn't give out the money to the veterans and all that. They're so full of shit.
Well, of course, man. The Republicans, like people always say, Republicans hate Hollywood people, but ironically, their favorite Republican president was an actor. So go figure.
Well, bunch of morons.
Here we go again.
By the way, the trans fat, they're taking trans fat out of food. Mm-hmm. And they're saying that everything is going to taste different now. You're not going to be able to get croissants that easy because croissants are made with a lot of trans fat. You're not going to be able to get the quality of a donut that you're used to. All the good stuff is now being declared like no good. We can't eat it. What the hell is wrong with that? What's going on? Mm-hmm. They're changing our recipe. Has trans fat really affected anybody? Besides people gluttoning on them? If you have a whole box of donuts, then maybe.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, if you're morbidly obese, yeah.
Yeah.
Of course, yeah.
Health insurance companies are pushing the trans fat ban. Well, what are you talking about? Just chill out and listen. Maybe you'll learn what we're talking about, Jim Blossom. We're talking about trans fat in our food now being taken out. What's going to happen? It's going to change the taste of food. There's trans fat in just about everything.
Yeah.
So, and trans fat is what, Derek? Why don't you bring that up and let our audience know the technicality of why they're banning this trans fat.
Okay. Trans fat, according to Wikipedia, trans fat is a form of unsaturated fat, according to this definition of trans fat. It's a type. Trans fats are a type of unsaturated fat. A type of unsaturated fat which is uncommon in nature but can be created artificially. In the hydrocarbon chain of fatty acid, a double carbon-carbon bond can either cross, trans, or bent, cis. In the vegetable and animal kingdoms, the fatty acids generally have cis as opposed to trans unsaturations. In food production, these cis unsaturated fats, such as vegetable oils, corn oil and stuff, canola oil, that are catalytically hydrogenated to produce partially or completely saturated fats that melt at a desirable temperature, 30 to 40% Celsius, which is like 98.6 our body temperature. Trans fats are an artificial contaminant introduced by some isomerization side reaction of the catalyst in partial hydrogenation.
I have no freaking clue what you're talking about.
Well, basically,
what is trans fat?
Trans fat is a form of unnatural saturated fat.
It's not good for you.
It's not good for you, basically. Their consumption of trans fats increases the risk of coronary heart disease. Exactly.
Yes.
Which clogs up your arteries.
Which clogs up, and also URI says a partially hydrogenated oil. It causes arterial plaque.
It raises the level of LDL.
Good morning, Polka Holly.
Well, what about cholesterol? Wild potato chips? You ever read the fucking the warning label?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
One of the label warnings is may cause anal seepage.
Which you get the.
In other words, you walk down.
You get the squirts, basically. Yeah.
And not even know it.
You get the bubble gut, basically.
Thank you, Ed, for that scientific evaluation. You can choose not to eat French fries, but having the choice, it's the point.
Yeah.
All right, well, that's true.
That is true, Plaza. It is kind of like a poison because.
But the thing is, it's going to change the food industry, and it's going to change how your donuts taste. It's going to change how your French fries taste.
How your potato chips
taste. It's going to change how your croissants and some other shit. It's going to change everything.
A lot of carbohydrates.
So we're all going to be eating cardboard or something that tastes like it.
Well, we're already eating tofu, so it's not that too far away from it. But into addition of which, these trans fats raise the levels of lipoprotein, LDL, which is called the bad cholesterol, and lower the levels of lipoprotein HDL, the good cholesterol. And the good cholesterol is what you need to burn calories. And
it's the same crap with sugar. I mean, why aren't they banning sugar? Sugar gives you, it feeds you bad bacteria in your stomach.
Yeah, but
might as well ban everything.
Well,
go back to the days when everything was made pure bread, no fillers, no nothing. Everything
Yeah.
pure.
I mean, the only reason why they had to go this route because we didn't have great refrigeration at that time. Refrigeration was limited. That's why we had pasteurization. That's why they, pasteurization was really.
There you go.
That's
There's your
ridiculous.
cholesterol warning.
All right, here we go. There it is. Olestra may cause abdominal cramping and loose stools. Ugh. Olestra inhibits the absorption of some vitamin. A, D, E, K, and I've been at it. Wow.
How about that?
Loose stool.
Mm-hmm. Ain't
Wow.
that something? Speaking of some food,
Too much Olestra, you end up looking like that.
Oh, my
You
God.
gotta make that a next shot, man. Maybe you get on the next wrong turn
Terrible.
six.
oh yeah, I was just checking out the story that
Wow.
that
Yeah,
Ed
it
sent
can
me
affect my body in so many ways. Make
about
my
the
ears
Walmart,
grow.
about Walmart food stamp glitch overspending, that people are losing their food stamps. That the glitch that allows shoppers in a couple of Louisiana Walmart stores to shop with no limits to their EBT food stamp cards falls back on the shoppers.
What is this again?
The Walmart food
Why
stamp.
don't you just read the heading and then they'll know and then tell them the story.
I
They
did.
might have a video for that.
Oh, you do? Okay.
What
Well,
he's saying is there was a glitch at Walmart.
yes,
People with
overspending.
food cards, food stamps, there was no limit. They
Oh.
went
Unlimited.
20 cards worth of shit.
And they're gonna lose their food stamp.
Now they're gonna lose their food stamp.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. I could see that.
Yeah, about.
And
And I said that about the bank. Remember they had the bank that was giving out 50s out of the ATM and people were like pulling money out that wasn't
Yeah.
even there.
Or the one when they had the online shopping at Walmart where people were like buying these flat screen TVs for $8-9 and stuff.
Yeah. It's happening a lot, but the thing is you're not gonna get away with it. So why be the good guy? It's not like finding a wallet with no name in it and a lot of money. You know, you gotta be up front. Go ahead. Tell us the story.
Well,
they're gonna lose their food stamps.
Lose
That's
their
good.
food stamps. Approximately 12,000 questionable transactions went through on the food stamps EBT card during the glitch.
That's a lot.
Yeah, 12,000 transactions, which were, a fraud and recovery unit will focus on the people who went far above the amount they were allowed. Now, people could lose their food stamp benefits over this. First-time violators lose their food stamps for a year. If it's their second offense, they can lose the benefits for 2 years. Or third violations, they could lose it for good.
Got it. The NSA's got your name now.
Mm-hmm. Possibly.
yeah, they just signed a deal with AT&T to release international call records.
Yeah.
Which I don't have a problem with that. They're just trying to make sure you ain't making no terrorist deals.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let me just say this. It's getting so crazy, even now. Google is in some sort of hot water over here, over their YouTube comment box. And when Google announced it was changing the comment system on YouTube, users should have been thrilled. But after all, that aspect of the site has been in need of overhaul for a very long time. The update Google created adds smarter sorting and meaningful conversation. So now they're trying to control the conversations that go on Google.
Mm-hmm.
The problem with the new system is that you need to have Google Plus account to post a comment. And YouTube users aren't happy with that. They've already received about 40,000 signatures in less than 24 hours saying, don't do it. You ruined a great thing. Then they quote James Gandolfini.
Or at least that's what he calls himself.
Yeah, they have completely ruined a great thing. Comments were the number one reason why I check my YouTube account daily. Now the desire is gone. So they have it. Google is now, they own YouTube, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah.
Now you cannot make a comment on any YouTube video or anything without having a Google Plus account.
Yeah.
Which means you got to rebuild that audience again from the beginning.
Yes.
Which means more work to build the audience that you want to have a conversation with.
Mm-hmm. I really have to admit, those who have a huge following. I mean, believe it or not, one of the largest ones that you don't like on YouTube are the people who created Epic Rap Battles of History. They have over 2 million subscribers, I do like the one of Superwoman, aka Lily Singh. She has 1 million followers, 1 million subscribers. So I mean, and plus, if you have the more subscribers you have, and plus,
And who's that? That Indian girl that real active?
yes,
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
to be a
weirdest
subscriber.
taste, I'm
What
telling
do
you.
you think? It's gotta be an Indian girl.
Yeah.
but she's funny.
Of course, he just gave
And-
her
and
props.
also-
like, I don't know who the hell
And
this
also,
woman is. We're
and
giving
plus,
her props.
I mean, she's funny, and plus, it doesn't hurt to be
not
hot
that
too.
funny. She's got kind of whacked out. Kind of hyper mode.
You make it
Kind
sound
of
like
when you see a girl on meth or some shit. Like all
you
too
got
hyper.
yes.
Like
I
chill
knew
out.
you were gonna say it to her. Yeah,
Not that funny.
like she's just a meth head with a camera. Like,
Yeah. She's like jumping around, making all these faces, and Derry's like, oh, and I'm like,
Hey, Derek,
I could do that all day.
I found you a mail order bride.
Yeah,
what a mellow bride.
Yep.
yeah, we know. NSA's been
Waiting
around
for it.
before you and me. They've been around for ages.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's just a big secret about it.
Right.
But we all knew. I mean, we talked about this shit even before Snowden came around.
Mm-hmm.
We were saying the government's checking us all
Oh.
out. Yeah, there's the girl that Derek loves to watch.
Jeez.
There you go, Derek. That's your Indian chick.
Pass. Pass.
Man,
Never,
she
never,
in
never.
dire need of dental work.
You sure she's not from England? No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, by the way, the lady, they think that was a hoax. The lady, the guy that sued his wife
Uh
for the ugly kids, they're
Yeah.
thinking this was a hoax, but I've been following other people. But there's a picture that was posted of supposedly her before and after.
huh. Okay. Yes.
YouTube is just crazy. It tells you how to roll weed good. There you go. Oh my
Okay,
So
that's
god.
how
before
you
and
learn
after.
how to make a pipe bomb on YouTube?
Well, she goes from one alien-looking woman to another one. She looks like an alien, doesn't she?
Yeah.
Not illegal. I'm talking alien from outer space.
Like E.T.
Yeah.
Boy, you.
Nicola, here's one for you all. Seattle Police
You
Department
sure are
has
kind,
network. Here's one for you all. Seattle Police has a network that can track all Wi-Fi enabled devices. That's not no news. Isn't that regular, normal shit?
Regular.
Alright, thank you for that information. That's old news. Exactly, Hero Man. That's like back from the 60s and some shit. Satellites can do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're watching us.
Oh, yeah.
It's going OD.
I know they're watching us. Matter of fact, speaking of watching, dental plan. If you like your teeth with this.
Oh, here you go. I was watching SVU last night.
Uh-huh.
This season, episode 6.
Mm-hmm.
And look at the picture. Look on the left of the screen. Look who's in there
Mm-hmm.
when it comes up. I had to flash it back like 3 or 4 times. See the guy all the way over on the left?
Yeah.
Who is that? Who's on the
Nah,
left?
that looks like it's Photoshop.
You think it's photos of
I don't know.
some
He was
Obama look
moving.
like?
He was moving. No, it was a video of her.
Really?
Yeah.
So this is what? What was this?
He says on Law and
Law and
Order.
Order SVU, episode 6
Really?
of season 15.
Wow, season 15.
Yeah, I had to go back like 3 or 4 times and stop it, and I got the screen.
It may be a lookalike. He looks younger.
Yeah, he does look a little bit younger.
Looks like nothing like Obama.
Because his hair's not,
Stripes.
first of all, his hair's not gray. So that
But
right
you
now-
know, you're thinking, well, what were you TV doing on that show anyway? So
Go figure, man. I mean, there's some
Who
things.
cares?
Sometimes,
Do you really care whether
sometimes
you want
truth.
Law and Order? I didn't even
Sometimes,
watch that show anymore.
sometimes truth is stranger than fiction. Sometimes. Speaking of which, I got a wing dang doodle of
Better
an
be.
hour of a
You've
story.
been batting 0 so far.
Oh yeah, like the guy told me, yeah, she's more your speed, yeah, the toothless one. Like, yeah. Okay, whatever. Anyway, here's a wing dang doodle of the hour right here. A British man that dies after drinking liquid meth worth $54,000 hidden as a fruit drink. Wow.
Maybe that's why Rick Knight is off.
no, you got strep throat and something else. He said.
Yeah, he hasn't been on the show.
There's
for
a
while.
wing dang doodle right here.
Oh, and a kidney stone.
But anyway, A British man has reportedly died after accidentally drinking liquid methamphetamine from a bottle he thought contained a fruit juice, according to British media outlets. Romano Diaz, a 55-year-old from Cambridgeshire, England, fell ill after consuming what he thought was a fruit-based drink given to him by his daughter, according to Cambridge News. After drinking half a glass, the man reportedly said it tasted awful and began complaining of a burning in his throat. He then reportedly said, "I'm in trouble here. I am dying. I am dead." It was later determined the liquid was not juice.
I am dying, but I'm dying high.
Yeah. Said according to the examination that it was determined the liquid was not juice, but $54,400 worth, or 34,000 British pounds worth of pure methamphetamine, according to Cambridge News. 34,000 pounds of liquid meth. The bottle was delivered to Diaz's daughter's home some 3 years ago under the correct address, but a wrong name. She kept the package for months and eventually gave it to her father. Detective Inspector Ian Simmons said due to the high value of the contents, officials believe that the bottle was destined for a drug dealer who may have been planning to introduce meth into the area. And this is now the first time this drug has been disguised as an everyday beverage, according to stories in England. But meth is usually found in solid form, but traffickers are apparently developing new ways to transport the drugs. When distributors receive the liquid substance, they convert it into crystal meth, according to the Denver Post. Rob Ciccone, a supervisor with the Drug Enforcement Administration, told that the paper that 8 pounds of the liquid yields for about 4 pounds of the crystal form.
Wow.
That is...
Well, you need to go into the next story, which is very similar. I just sent it to you on the link.
Oh, really?
I got pictures. I just sent it to you. Crocodile?
Oh my goodness! I stand corrected. I think this may be the wing dang dinger of the hour right here. Someone is saying, is a zombie apocalypse being prepared in the United States? There's talking about this new fancy type of drug what we talked about earlier called crocodile is being prepared.
Yeah.
And there are some very gruesome pictures of that, which is almost similar to the
didn't we
people
show
like
this
Walking
already?
Dead.
No, we didn't show the pictures.
We talked
No,
about
not
this
the pictures.
We didn't
crocodile,
show
though.
the pictures of what it does.
We showed the arm that's bleeding. Yeah,
The
that
arm.
one. Yeah, we
Yes.
showed this picture.
That's this one picture.
Awful.
Yeah, it says nurse Elise Delisle says Delise Delisle says she's never seen anything like it. Over the last 2 months, dozens of teenagers have piled into Montreal's Hebrew Center for Health and Wellness Center for symptoms of similar to those of leprosy. Wow! It is a result of the new drug from Russia called crocodile. It is the poor man's heroin, says Elise. Says that you can make it at home. Ugh. And ever since ravers have figured it out, Montreal's been flooded with the stuff, and it causes your skin to fall off the bone. Crocodile's proper name is dihydroxyl oxymorphine, or disomorphine, a derivative of morphine that was invented over 80 years ago. Gee,
Awful.
Look at that leg. It rots you from the inside out.
Took the toes off too. Jeez Louise, man. All you need, she says, all you need to make crocodile is codeine, iodine. Well, I don't want to give it out, but crocodile addicts develop very scaly skin, and eventually your skin starts rotting
I
off.
can't. They're locked up.
Says serious addicts can barely move. It's a devastating drug, and now Montreal partygoers are taking it in mass. Why? Oh, why? But the drug owes its current popularity to Russia's party scene.
Those pictures either.
Jeez.
Take a hike.
But my goodness, they do look like extras from The Walking Dead. I have to admit, though, according to the story, jeez. It says Dr. Leonardo Temiskaming says crocodile is a serious threat to public health. Duh, no kidding.
I'm trying to get the program.
Says he says that parents need to keep an eye on their children. This drug is no laughing matter. No kidding. Says thankfully crocodile users are easy to spot or smell. Yeah, because their skin's rotting off. All crocodile users smell of iodine. Their clothing is usually drenched in the scent of this iodine, and you can't wash that smell out unless you burn your clothing, which crocodile users aren't likely to do because they look hideous naked. She's a public.
I mean, you see what meth does to people.
Yeah, really just say no. Definitely.
No
Please
more
say
Fruit
no.
Loops for
And
you.
I've seen it what it does to people that I've actually known. You know, that I knew. I saw this girl like 2-3 years ago, and then I just seen her in jail, the jail listing, and she looks, oh my God, terrible. 2 years, the meth just tore her apart.
By the way, Dash Collins says crocodile is decent and safe drug.
Yeah.
All the more reason to legalize pot. Well, that was pretty disgusting.
Please.
To start out your morning with those
Please.
images.
I know, man. We apologize for that. Please. It's an understatement talking about, you want to legalize it. Weed looks like Flintstones vitamins compared to that crocodile. Jeez.
Anyway, we're going to go on break in a minute.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to need one.
Oh yeah, definitely. I was just reading all the comments they were saying about this story. It says, if you want to pass blame, why don't you start with Disney, the media, Hollywood, and other corporate sources that have been corrupting the minds of children for decades? If you want to instead of blaming the parents, you may as well put a freaking blueprint for a nuclear backpack on here for you idiots. Jeez, man. You really have way too much time on your hands when you just say, I want to be so high, I want my skin fall off my bones. Like a barbecue, like ribs.
Well, they're already having we'll close out story here, but there is a product that's on the show called Vampire Facelift, and it uses patients' blood in a new anti-aging procedure. There are many products out on store shelves and different procedures. You can do it yourself, looking young. Some require going under the knife, but there is a revolutionary non-surgical anti-aging procedure that uses your own blood. Terry Harper Spa Medical, that's right here in Georgia. Stop by Daybreak to tell us more about the Vampire Facelift. It's a procedure that uses the patient's own growth factors found in their blood, and then it's injected into the face for regrowth of lost and sagging tissue.
I didn't have a picture. There's a picture of Kim Kardashian did that. Looks really nasty. Yeah.
I mean, that's crazy shit. Didn't that doctor? By the way, he was found guilty. The doctor who killed his wife after he made her do face surgery. Yeah, remember that? Yeah, it's pretty bad.
But you said, as Hero Man said that Keith Richards did. He took this type of crocodile.
Keith Richards did it? Shit, they messed it up.
He's still alive? He still has his face?
Still got that wrinkly face.
Or lack thereof? Jeez. Like I said before, this guy should be clinically dead in certain countries. He's done so much stuff. I mean, he is like the cockroach of rock and roll.
Here we go. We're going on break. You do what's right, and you will scare the poo when you walk in. Yeah.
He did the
Keith
blood.
Richards snorted his father's ashes.
Jeez.
All right, we're gonna go on break.
Yes, we're going on
break.
Good,
slow 1 hour.
It's one and done. It's 9 o'clock right now. It's 47 degrees outside.
Fat, drunk, and stupid is no way to go through life, son.
Well, excuse me. 50 degrees.
Get that finger out of your ear. You don't know where that finger's been.
We'll be right back.
Take us on break.
That was a public service announcement.
Yes.
She got caught.
I'm glad she did. Somebody need to lock up a little Cruella de Vil behind.
Her mother turned her in.
What a bitch.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
A real life Cruella de Vil, drowning puppies.
Terrible. Terrible.
This happened years ago. Oh really? They're probably still doing it. That was horrible, Ed. Thank you.
Definitely.
You always sound like the worst
I
video.
want to wish 238th birthday to the Marines.
Yes, indeed.
My God.
The U.S. Marine Corps, that was, yes, they were formed in November 10th, 1775. Yes, congratulations and happy birthday to you, all the leathernecks who
well, that was
gave themselves.
very
defending this country.
emotional to see that. And it's terrible. Can't believe that.
Yeah, I mean, that is just stuff. I mean, shoot, man. Please.
Horrible human being.
Yeah, very horrible. She makes Michael Vick look like Nelson Mandela. Yeah, I said it. Anyway, she's a real life Cruella DeVille. You know, from 101 Dalmatians. Yeah.
Sick people, man. Sick people.
Oh.
I mean, look at the people that do the dog fighting, you know, the bait dogs and all that.
Well, while I compose myself, Derek, what's the next story here? My God.
Oh,
Are we going to have more horrible stories like this, Ed? Please. We need to calm down.
Hopefully
We're
it won't be
traumatizing all these people.
Hopefully it won't be that bad.
We're supposed to be encouraging our viewers, not traumatizing them.
Mm-hmm.
The hell is that? I mean, I'm glad you brought it out because it shows this how sick people could be.
Yeah.
But boy, some way to start a day. Melting arms and bad feet and drowning dogs. What else we got? What else do we have?
I got a story.
Jesus.
It sent me this. Speaking of, well, you know, people always talk about, you know, you got to be careful and take care of your health. This is a health-wise story. Ed sent me this story. I didn't get a chance to talk about it Friday because I wasn't here Friday. Because I had to go to Atlanta, well, Alpharetta, to get my mom's car.
You got this picture, Ed? This cancer
from Brazil.
From Brazil, the new success.
You send me something?
Well, you actually sent it to me, but I'll just send it.
What
back.
is it?
Meet Mr. Balls.
Yeah, Mr. Balls, the disturbing new mascot for testicular cancer.
Oh, we haven't. Hold on.
You sent it to him, Ed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know. That was like 2 weeks ago,
Really?
though. Yeah, man. Look at the date on that shit.
All right, never mind.
I
Move
got
on.
the picture. Hold on.
Not that important.
Hey, testicular cancer is important. Believe it or
God.
not, yes.
Yes,
But anyway.
it is to you.
But there's a Brazilian testicular cancer awareness group that has created a mascot for the cause that is beyond disturbing, according to the story. It says, say hello to Mr. Balls, or Señor Testiculo, the wide-eyed, dual-toothed, rosy-cheeked, mole-sporting scrotum that will cause a lifetime of nightmares for anyone who lays eyes on him. Woo, boy. Yes. The curly hairs are
It's
actually...
just like a peanut.
Well, nuts. Well, yeah, nuts.
Look at that.
Nuts.
There's
A nut
Mr.
sack full of a bunch of
Testicular.
nuts, yes.
I can't believe it.
That's
the
Mr.
hell?
Balls. That's Senior...
Hey, we can't show kids.
Oh, sorry.
Mr. Balls.
Only on Amber Alerts.
Well, you could tell that's from Europe. People are
He's
afraid.
from
trying to get
Brazil.
us in trouble, Derek.
Brazil.
Hey, you
yeah.
sent the story to me,
I
man.
know.
Well, come on, you could have got the other one. Well, oh yeah, that's
Oh,
all
maybe
kids
it
do.
was like when you got before.
Well,
your-
the other one's got a little
before your
kid.
vacation last week.
The other one got a little kid touching them.
But that, yeah,
Balls.
See,
Ridiculous.
other countries do things.
This is
differently.
ridiculous.
yeah, stickticulous.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We're a man. I'm not a pair of
Brazil
balls.
is in, yeah. See, Brazil's in South
Yeah,
America.
we even had somebody carry on left.
I think it's nuts.
We know no boundaries here.
Yeah, all we need is that 100-year-old lady tell me,
Hey, how you doing, hanging, Senor Testiculo?
Kill that story. Unless it's important. What do you got?
okay.
So what?
I do have another one story. Speaking of nuts, I guess you call it a wing dang dinger of the hour from the 9 o'clock hour. Russian performance artist nails himself to the Red Square cobblestones by his testicles in protest of Kremlin's crackdown of rights.
No.
Ouch. You don't want to see a picture of it. Basically, a Russian performance artist stripped naked and nailed his testicles to a Red Square cobblestone in protest against the Kremlin's crackdown on political rights. Eye-watering footage, no doubt about it, shows artist Pyotr Pavlensky sitting naked outside Lenin's mausoleum in Moscow, Russia, before police covered him with a blanket. The state-run RIA Novosti news agency says Pavlensky was taken to a police station after being treated in a central Moscow clinic. Basically, the St. Petersburg-based artist said in a statement posted on the Grand.ru website that he was trying to draw attention to Russian society development into police state. The Russia marked its annual Police Day holiday on this Sunday. It is not the first time the 20-year-old has resorted to dramatic methods of protest. He has previously sewn his lips together to demonstrate against the jailing of 2 female members of Pussy Riot punk band who staged the anti-Kremlin performance inside Moscow's main cathedral in 2011. So this is not.
I think this is going to be one of the worst attended internationally.
To my
Olympics.
Winter Olympics.
I think this is going to be one of the worst turnout. If they have any kind of a turnout, it'd be amazing at this point. So, I don't know. By the way, Macon police officer arrested, thrown in jail on Friday. Anthony, shut up. Listen to this one.
Yeah.
A recently resigned Macon police officer finds himself behind bars on Friday, charged with statutory rape. Macon police spokesperson Jamie Gaudet confirmed Qualls' arrest and subsequent resignation and tells the news the investigation into Qualls began Thursday when a mother of a 15-year-old girl accused Qualls of indecent behavior with their daughter. According to jail records, Qualls was arrested around 2:30 p.m. Friday afternoon on one count of statutory rape. He's got an $11,000 bond. And check this out. Remember, folks, what you put on Facebook comes back to haunt you.
Yeah.
Qualls made news in the Telegraph in March when he was sworn in as an officer and proposed to his girlfriend.
Then girlfriend,
Miranda Bowers. A search of Facebook reveals that Qualls is now dating Jenny Roslin of Macon. Reached out to both women in Qualls' arrest, but neither would comment.
Yeah.
So there you have it. Another Macon finest goes to jail.
Yeah, the media went to search out both women about his arrest, but neither would say anything about it. I guess they're both embarrassed, obviously.
Well, I don't know.
Actually, I was just reading what this one guy said on this on the Facebook page. He says that Dave Mermonti says, sure cannot trust the cops in this community. Like, geez, he's from Hillsborough High School in Missouri. That's sad. Boy, you can hear news about all the way from Missouri people talking trash about you. And that's
No. Well, there you have it.
Yeah, definitely have it. No.
Derek, why don't you do sports early today? We can get it out of the way.
Sports early.
And we do want to talk about this big controversy with the... Bring that story up with, what's his face?
Oh, you're talking about Incognito?
Yeah, Incognito.
Yes. Well, as you know, football Week 10 is in the books, or at least almost in the books. For the scores, we have, as you saw, that Atlanta got trounced at home by the Seattle Seahawks. They're now 9-1. They just trounced Atlanta Falcons in the bird fight in the bird cage at the Georgia Dome, 33-10. The New York Giants beat the Oakland Raiders 24-20.
I'll be back. Go ahead.
Yes.
I got
Do your thing.
Incognito.
Do your sports.
Oh, yes. Also, the the Thursday night football that I didn't get to mention, the Minnesota Vikings defeated the Washington Redskins 34-27. Pittsburgh Steelers over the Buffalo Bills 23-10. Baltimore over Cincinnati 20-17. Detroit Lions over Chicago Bears 21-19. Philadelphia Eagles over the Green Bay 27-13. St. Louis Rams annihilated the Indianapolis Colts 38-8. Jacksonville Jaguars squeaked by Tennessee Titans 29-27. Carolina Panthers upset the 49ers 10-9, a very low scoring game. Denver Broncos defeated San Diego Chargers 28-20. Arizona Cardinals squeaked by the Houston Texans 27-24. And last night on the NBC Sunday Night Football game, the New Orleans Saints trounced trounced the Dallas Cowboys. I know you haven't because you don't like the Cowboys. 49-17. That's it. They did 7 touchdowns. They trounced the Dallas Cowboys. New Orleans Saints defeated Cowboys 49-17. Not only that, they broke another football record. Drew Brees and the New Orleans Saints, they broke another NFL record. Last night game, they had 49 record. Count 41 first downs in one game. 41 first downs.
Didn't that Falcons make a record of the most games lost?
No, not yet.
Not yet. Okay.
Not yet. Almost.
Okay.
Tampa Bay Buccaneers, actually, they're still winless. They're 0-9, so at least Falcons got something to look forward to. At least they have something to look forward to, for at least for this season. There is one other game that's supposed to come on tonight on ESPN. That's your favorite team. Matter of fact, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, hopefully they'll get their first win tonight against the Miami Dolphins. They play against each other at 8:30 p.m. on ESPN. Check your local listings in your time zone to see if you can get it in your area if you have basic cable. That's the Monday Night Football game, Miami Dolphins versus the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, a Florida fight tonight. And also for those who like fake sports, Monday Night Raw is going to be on tonight on USA at 8 p.m. Also in other news, Mercer Bears are still undefeated at home. They beat their opponent 45-42 at a blackout game, which meant that the home team Mercer Bears, as well as the fans in the stadium, dressed all black. Black helmets, black jerseys, black pants. All black, baby. Yes, it was. And also in other sports news, we had the Georgia Bulldogs. They won another game. They beat their opponent 45-6. Unfortunately, it was not an SEC team like Missouri or Texas A&M, but a win is a win, a W is a W. And also in other news, we had other sports-related news. We have another story about Incognito and the Miami Dolphins. If you have that video if you got it ready.
The what? Oh, the videos? Yeah.
Yes.
Now to the latest on the bullying case rocking the NFL. Suspended Miami Dolphins guard Richie Incognito stands accused of threatening and harassing his teammate Jonathan Martin so badly that Martin left the team. Well, now in an exclusive interview with Fox Sports, Incognito says the whole thing is just one big misunderstanding and part of the, quote, locker room brotherhood. Take a listen.
I'm embarrassed by it. I'm embarrassed by my actions. But what I want people to know is the way Jonathan and the rest of the offensive line and how our teammates, how we communicate, it's vulgar. It's not right. When the words are put in the context, I understand why a lot of eyebrows get raised, but people don't know how John and I communicate to one another.
During that same interview, Incognito also went on to say that after the whole scandal broke, Martin actually texted him and told him that he didn't blame him for what happened. It's unclear if either of them will ever play for the NFL again.
The first time the Miami Dolphins player at the center of the NFL's bullying scandal is giving his side of the story. Offensive lineman Richie Incognito was suspended indefinitely by the team in the wake of allegations that he harassed teammate Jonathan Martin. And now he is sitting down with Fox Sports' Jay Glazer in an exclusive interview to address the situation.
The racism, the bad words, that's what I regret most, but that's a product of the environment. That's something that we use all the time.
The entire interview will air on Fox NFL Sunday today, which begins at noon Eastern. A 6-time...
And there you have it. It is still a sad situation coming up. There's going to be more story about that later today. I'm quite sure about it, especially tonight since they're going to be playing the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. It's going to be it's going to be a really huge story, especially if you ever check the pre-game show, which I hope that people who really want to know more about this, check out ESPN. I know they're going to be talking about that before the Monday Night Football game starts tonight at 8:30. The kickoff starts at 8:40, I think, on ESPN. So check your local listings and check that story. As I said before, Georgia Bulldogs, my alma mater, go Golden Dogs, they defeated overpowered Appalachian State. Unfortunately, not an SEC team, but a win is a win. They defeated them 45-6. The quarterback Aaron Murray threw 2 touchdown passes to set the SEC career record. And then next, they have 3 games left. Georgia Bulldogs have their 3 games left in the season. They have an upcoming game Saturday, the 16th at 3:30 versus 7th-ranked Auburn. Then they have November 23rd game is for Kentucky. And for the Thanksgiving holiday weekend, they're going to be playing Georgia Tech at Georgia Tech on November the 30th. As for their rankings, because of that win, that huge win they had over Apollonia State, they barely make it. They finally made it back on the top 25 list of the top ranked teams in the NCAA right now. Unfortunately, Alabama's still number 1. They're still undefeated. Number 2 is Florida State. Number 3 is Ohio State, which is also undefeated. Number 4, Stanford. Number 5, Baylor. Number 6, Oregon. Number 7, Auburn, SEC rival. Number 8, Clemson. Number 9, Missouri, the 2 teams who beat UGA. And South Carolina rounds out the top 10. And that's pretty much all the sports for today. I'll see you later for some more sports for tomorrow. And don't forget to check out the Miami.
What we freaking do. All right, here we go.
Yes. As we talked about, Ed, was talking about earlier this past weekend, there was a tragic, incredible, phenomenal, just horrendous typhoon that swept through Philippines. This is now going through other parts of Asia as well.
Oh, yeah. This is the big typhoon.
Yes, Typhoon Haiyan. At least that's what the name of it. Yes, Typhoon Haiyan.
Over 10,000 people dead, yeah?
Yes, over 10,000. Yes, as Monday dawned, it became increasingly clear that Typhoon Haiyan has ravaged cities, towns, and fishing villages, and it played a deadly form of hopscotch across the islands of the central Philippines on Friday this past weekend. By some estimates, at least 10,000 people may have died in Tacloban alone, with phone services out across stretches of the far-flung archipelago. It was difficult to know if the storm was as deadly as in more remote areas. It says that barreling across the palm from beaches and plowing into frail homes, Haiyan delivered a crippling blow of the country's midsection, very similar to a tornado.
Scorpio, welcome.
Matter of fact, it's supposed to get other parts supposed to reach the China mainland.
Yeah.
So who knows how many, and it's which is more densely populated than the Philippines.
However, shit all underwater.
Mm-hmm. Matter of fact, it's supposed to be one of the most powerful typhoons that Asia has ever seen since the 1970 Bola cyclone, which is a tropical cyclone that struck East Pakistan, which we now know as Bangladesh. It hit India's West Bengal side on November 11th, 1970.
Completely destroyed.
Matter of fact, 43 years ago today, actually, as a matter of fact. 43 years ago.
How do you clean up that mess? God.
I don't know.
It'd be like years before they get power
that's
back.
just unimaginable. Mm-hmm. Look at the size and the swaths of this area.
Yeah.
They're going to knock them to the Stone Age.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Not that they had good construction in their houses anyway.
Yeah, but it's hard. But it's strange to believe
Awful.
that. Yeah, but like I said, I believe it's 43 years ago. There was this huge cyclone that hit Bangladesh, which is right next door to India, and had over 550,000 people that lost their lives in the storm. Over 500,000 people.
Wow,
that is.
Yeah, it's going to take years. It's going to take a lifetime. I can't even imagine.
Now you know why the government
what they're going to do with all
control
that
the weather.
debris and garbage.
The government can control the weather with that HAARP shit.
Yeah.
And they can annihilate a whole continent.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Over 500,000. Yeah, that is devastating.
So I don't know. I don't even know what to say. That's terrible. I got friends on Facebook that are from the Philippines. I haven't heard from them.
Mm-hmm.
Hoping that when I left them a message, they
probably won't
got
for a
it.
while,
Yeah, my
unless they
wife-
got amateur radio.
Yeah, my.
Now here's the thing. Let me just say,
my
talk
friend's wife's
about
from the
the
Philippines,
worldly
actually.
double standard. Okay, if that shit was here in America, every freaking body would be like, "Oh,
It's a tragedy." Well,
in the
just like-
Philippines, who cares? They're expendable.
No,
I mean,
no, they're not. They're setting the reserve.
I mean, I don't know.
All these
The
dollars.
reaction, 10,000 people.
We're sending shitloads of help.
America
man.
would be
Yeah.
traumatized with that shit.
Well, of course. I mean, we still. Well, of course. I mean, we had a cyclone that hit 500,000 people. Only people that over
Yeah,
half
it
a
hit
million.
the good old USA. It'd be a big deal.
It'd
But
be a huge
everywhere
big deal.
else is like
9/11.
whatever.
I mean 9/11 only killed 3,000. Imagine if you had a natural disaster that killed over 500,000 people. I mean, only the Civil War took more lives than that.
I don't
I mean, 650,000 people dead just from the Civil War alone. Could you imagine we had a tornado that hit and killed over 500,000 people? I mean, my goodness, that would, people lose their mind. They would really think it was the end of the world.
Well, I mean, that's what I'm saying. I mean, if this happened here in America like it did in New Orleans, I mean, it was news every day.
Well,
and,
New Orleans is in America.
and it was just forever. But it happens anywhere else. Like, didn't we just have like an earthquake in Japan and a lot of people died?
Yes.
We had
And it hit and actually had
Iran,
a
everywhere.
had a nuclear reactor, and like there was some people that were like, radiation poison. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff. But yeah, I mean, heaven forbid if it actually hit like, say, like a Cat 5 earthquake a Cat 5 hurricane would have hit some really more populous place like New York City or like Los Angeles or I don't even know. Well, now that we don't have to worry about, Chicago's more landlocked anyway. Hurricane's not gonna reach it that far. But somewhere like these port cities, like Miami or New York or L.A. or San Francisco, it would be really devastating for that population.
Well, it's pretty devastating in the Philippines. God bless them. A lot of people dead. The country pretty much devastated. We'll see where they go from here.
Yeah, and it was also a little over about a month ago, the Philippines did suffer. Filipinos did suffer an earthquake in the Philippines. They had a magnitude of 7.2 on a Richter scale.
That's right. Which was in the northern part towards Manila, I guess. Right?
Yeah, definitely.
By the way, with this widespread damage done to the Philippines, and of course we have the issue with Japan.
Yeah.
And we had an issue in China where they had an earthquake. What do you think's going on there? It seems like I think that's where the world is gonna like bust a pimple,
Bust a zip?
I think it's gonna be that's where most of the mayhem's gonna come from.
Well,
like the end of the world,
Not
apocalypse, something's gonna happen. Something's gonna blow out.
well,
A big chunk.
Well, I will admit though, the Pacific, Asia is the most populated continent in the world on the
Yeah, but
planet.
they also are on the
Africa's
Pacific
second.
Rim, right? Aren't they in a fault line, like a major fault line?
Well, yeah, it's on a fault line, just like California is on a fault line. So in those particular areas, in those little faults, I think there's gonna be you're gonna see a lot of devastation. And since Asia is gonna, not saying that if it went anywhere else it wouldn't be just as bad or terrible, but I think it will definitely seem, or at least look, that it's probably more devastating. Probably, I guess by body count, it probably would be more devastating in Asia, since Asia is much more populated than the other continents compared to North and South America and Europe and Africa. I mean, they have like 3 billion people. I mean, almost half the world's population live in Asia. So, of course, it's going to be really devastating.
Well, AT&T says USA Marines already on the ground. Yes, I heard that. I'm very proud with the Filipino military, giving water, medicine, food, and shelter.
That's very good, especially on since the anniversary. Yesterday was the anniversary of the Marine Corps, and as well as
we have so many disasters happening in the last 10 years, 20 years, right? Scary.
A lot of stuff.
Oh, well, there was, by the way, there was something on, I believe it was CBS this morning, where the guy is standing on the shore watching the storm come in. And next thing you know, he's like underwater.
Whoa.
Literally. You see them floating in the blue water. The water just came up on them.
Mm-hmm.
And some surges, they say, were up to quite a few feet, 20 feet, 30 feet. That's scary. Well, who knows?
Very scary.
We got a small Georgia town forms a posse.
Mm-hmm. Corners an armed
robbery suspect. Let's see what that's about.
Yes, indeed.
Ganging up.
Exactly. It says criminals.
Vigilantism.
Criminals take note if you're taking a chance if you try to apply your trade at Dodge County town of Ryan. Local law enforcement is praising townspeople for some de facto community policing after tracking down and epic catching an armed robbery suspect. Yes. For 60-year-old Ken Lowry, the commotion started around Thursday afternoon, 2:30, as he stepped inside Aiden's convenience store and encountered the store clerk in distress. He said, the lady screamed at me and says she's been robbed and he's got a gun and I gave him all the money. So Lowry saw the suspected gunman, identified as 24-year-old Damian Durham of Wilcox County, walking down the street, making a nonchalant getaway. Witness says it was a bizarre sight, but what happened next was unbelievable. Says Lowry said he decided people were coming around and they were mad, and they decided we had an armed robbery in the middle of the day. We need to form a posse. And Lowry says more than 20 people, many of them armed, spread out looking for the gunman in trucks and on foot. Lowry, as a retired corrections officer, ended up tracking the suspect down roughly 200 yards away from the store. He fired a warning shot from his deer rifle and says the suspect stashed his gun and money and hid in a nearby shed, where he was soon arrested by Dodge County Sheriff's deputies. Major Donald Helms of the Dodge County Sheriff's Office says it's just a story of good guys with guns. People in a small town exercising their right to bear arms. You might not want to come down here and mess with the Ryan folks. He said.
Sounds like redneck, though. Speaking of which, hundreds of register for charter schools. You heard about that? Public schools in Bibb County are failing somewhat. Mm-hmm. So now they got the charter schools stepping in, and a lot of people are going for it. Frustrated with the local school system, some families are turning to a new educational choice for Bibb County, charter schools. Mm-hmm. This weekend, hundreds of parents registered for Academy for Classical Education. Great name. In the hopes to get their kids in the classroom when the school opens its doors. The middle schools that we are zoned for the high schools that follow are not choices that I would make. With the new up-and-coming charter school, there's a new choice in town. Diana Cooper registered her daughter on Saturday. Hannah currently attends school online because her mother doesn't feel the local schools are safe. Oh, that's creepy. ACE co-founder Laura Perkins said the academy will focus on traditional education with an emphasis on reading and writing for K-8, adding a grade level each year. And the classical role model was good enough for Plato and Socrates. Why isn't it good enough for us? Blah, 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 blah. So we'll see. Anyway, more charter schools. Anybody that is currently in public school, you ought to pick out the right school. There are some good public schools now. Mm-hmm. But so many of them, especially in Bibb County, are screwed up in politics. Mm-hmm. We had that Dalaman garbage going on. We had all that stuff. So everybody's like fed up.
Mm-hmm. I know it.
So who knows?
That is just something
ironic.
else.
Yeah.
Very ironic, yes.
You are the school. Yeah. Anyway, so there you have it. We got charter schools making a big debut. They asked me that question when I was running for state senator. Would I support charter schools?
Okay.
And I said, well, as long as they're culturally, they don't ruin the culture for the kids. As long as they're, relating to the neighborhood, I guess maybe that's a good thing. I don't know. What do you know? What do you think, Derek? Would you put your kid in a charter school?
If it's very good, yes. I mean, I want.
Don't you have to pay
want,
for that?
Well, yeah. I mean, we're kind of sort of paying for public schools now. I mean, it's through our tax money, so to speak. Yeah. So it's not really. I mean, it is kind of sort of free, but at least for on the charter schools, I guess you're paying it up front, so to speak.
Why don't you bring up the movies? We had a record-breaking movie.
Oh, we do? Okay.
Oh, and then we'll hit that breaking news. But, that's not going to be possible. That guy wasn't born here, so...
Yeah, I see what you mean.
All right.
I definitely see what you mean about... Yeah. But we did have some... I'm surprised we did. People actually going to the movies around about this time. I mean, it's not usually blockbuster... I mean, they're not making that much money, so to speak, as far as movies are concerned. They usually start making money to, like, after Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
During Black Friday, during Thanksgiving weekend, and then it gets back up, up to the point where it's like almost like summertime, where you had a whole lot of movies making money here, and hand over fist, so to speak.
So do you have that? You're still on sports here.
Well, I was just trying to get to you had to go through Yahoo. But as far as the box office, looks like Thor brings in the thunder. The number one movie, Thor: The Dark World.
Anthony and I, we went out to Ingleside Pizza. We got free pizza, and that day, I picked up a couple of free
comic
books, and one of them was Thor. There you go. Number one. Number one. And of course, they played Spider-Man 1, 2, 3 over the weekend.
How about that? They said it may be maybe have the largest box office ever. It says it already made $325 million worldwide. It's the number one movie in America this weekend. Made $86 million. $86 million in its first week. Debuted at number one. $86 million in the United States domestically. Made $325 million worldwide. So it made like 200 some odd, almost just under $200 million in some change overseas, including that makes $325 million worldwide. Number two movie of the weekend was Jackass Presents Bad Grandpa, making $11.3 million, with their total gross so far is $78.7 million. Is actually making
Jackass.
Yes. Freebirds, the animation movie about the Thanksgiving turkeys. It made $11.1 million. That was third place. It has made $30.2 million. Las Vegas, the CBS film, came in fourth place with film with all these all-star list of people with Oscar winners Morgan Freeman, Robert De Niro, Kevin Kline, and Michael Douglas. It made $11.1 million with its total amount of $33.5 million. Ender's Game, the sci-fi film starring Harrison Ford, is now in fifth place. Made $10.2 million with a $44 million total gross. Gravity, the space movie with Sandra Bullock and George Clooney, is in number 6 with $8.4 million, making $231 million total. 12 Years a Slave is in 7th place with $6.6 million. Captain Phillips, the Tom Hanks movie, is in 8th place with $5.8 million. Number 9 is Collided with a Chance of Meatballs Part 2, made $2.8 million. And the number 10 movie that rounds out is the remake of Carrie with $1.2 million so far, with a total gross of $34 million total.
There you go. Thor, number one.
Yes, the mighty Thor with a big hammer.
Yeah. Well.
Speaking of someone who's trying to have a big hammer, he was once famous for saying, "I'll be back," and he might well be. The U.S. Constitution forbids foreign-born citizens from running for president, but many have attempted to challenge the law. According to the New York Post, former governor of California, and action movie star Arnold Schwarzenegger, will attempt to challenge the law and run for president in 2016. The news broke while Schwarzenegger was promoting his new film Escape Plan in New York City, also co-starring another veteran action star, Sylvester Stallone. The 66-year-old Schwarzenegger was born in Austria and became a U.S. citizen in 1983, 30 years ago. The former Republican governor of California was reelected in 2003 during a recall election and won the re-election in 2006, holding the office until 2011. Sources note that Schwarzenegger will file paperwork in an attempt to challenge the Constitution so he can be on the ballot in 2016.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. There you have it. By the way, Macon Police, they see a common thread in these pedestrian deaths. As you all know, we've had a lot of deaths this year. One of them was our friend Mr. Muhammad, who recently died walking home. We're talking a lot of people. Daniel Muhammad, 25, died on September 24th, about 1:30 a.m. Another one was hit and killed at 1:10 a.m. October 1st. A 22-year-old was hit by a street sweeper. 53-year-old Donna Davis was hit by a car and died. Hit near Anthony Terrace just after 9 p.m. October 18th. He died. The fortunate block of Gray Highway proved to be a deadly thoroughfare for two people were killed a week apart. It just keeps going. 5-year-old stepped off the curb on Bluefield Road and turned ahead to talk to her friends behind her. She walked onto a bus turning into Virginia Drive, fell into the ground, and was run over by the back tire. Just a lot of... And I like to find out what the common thread is. We're still trying to figure out how in the world this man didn't see him. The abundance of death on Macon streets this year leaves people asking questions as to wondering how to promote safety. Cross at the green, not in between. See, that's a problem with...
I like that.
Here's the problem with Macon, is that these streets, some of them, we don't even have sidewalks here. Like we should. We have almost no lights.
Yeah.
We have really very low when it comes to traffic signals, except downtown maybe.
You went downtown. How many times have you been sitting there, you push the button and wait to walk. There's no cars coming. Meanwhile, you're waiting, and then, the traffic system here sucks.
Oh yeah, it definitely sucks.
Bottom line, transportation.
And you're afraid to cross the street because you're afraid you're going to get a ticket for jaywalking. Which is... Well,
here's the thing. I jaywalk all the time because there's really no corners. I mean, all you've got is a lot of broken... if there's any sidewalks, they're all pretty much busted up.
Busted up and crumbled.
And then, I don't know. Just saying. Good morning, comedian Chris Smith.
I have no complaints.
Yeah. Well, by the way, Yirak, you mentioned something about Chris Payne is an extra in that movie. Which movie are we talking about?
Oh, you're talking
about
The
Hunger Games.
Yeah, Catching Fire.
The Hunger Games. And that's coming out soon, isn't it?
Yes, November 22nd.
Yeah, infamous friend Chris Payne.
A picture of the storm taken above it. The typhoon. That thing is gargantuous, man.
Wow, look at the size of that storm.
That is
and you know it's huge. Look, the earth right there, there's a little piece right there, goes around, kind of. Look at how huge that is.
Man,
My mind.
I got the same thing. I'm yawning too, man, all morning. Something in this house.
Anyway.
My goodness. That is a gargantuan.
This damn thing's running slow.
Yeah, a cop that tickets for jaywalking is a bored cop or somebody that wants to just hassle you, give you a hard time. Just in the mood, give you a hard time.
Oh yeah, it's talking about giving people a hard time.
Well, I'm hoping that they fix those streets up, and they got to put lights in. And Gray Highway is not really a place that you can walk,
Talking about giving some people a hard time. The stories about upskirt photos. People taking upskirt photos are protected by First Amendment speech, claims the defendant. This is from GOPThedailydose.com, written by Rick Wells from GOPThedailydose.com. Says the protection of pervert photography as free speech was argued earlier this week in Boston before the Massachusetts Supreme Court.
That's bullshit.
Yeah, Michael Robinson, who's age 31 years of age, was busted in 2010 for taking photographs of the skirts of women in the Boston subway. He's charged with 2 counts of photographing an unsuspecting nude or partially nude person. If he's convicted, he faces a possible sentence of 2 years in jail. His attorney, Michelle Mencken, argued before the 7 justices that if a clothed person reveals a body part, whether it was intentional or unintentional, he or she cannot expect privacy. Going out in public automatically exposes you to the possibility of having your picture taken, and once you leave your home, you forfeit your quote-unquote reasonable expectation of privacy. Now, attorney Kaylin Campbell, arguing on behalf of the state, countered that there is no understandable expectation that one could have not being photographed like that in that kind of setting, quote-unquote. Campbell has contended that the nature of the photograph being upskirt defines the photos as partially nude, even though they were of fully clothed subjects. Which is kind of crazy. So what do you think about that?
I think it's an invasion of privacy, don't you think? Why don't we just start doing it in the bathroom? Putting cameras in the bathroom, watch people take a shit.
Well, actually, some do that. But actually, some do that on their own. They call them selfies now.
Wow.
But, most of the time you see them on
In
Facebook.
my day, the bathroom used for taking a goddamn shit, and I'm taking pictures.
Yeah, exactly.
By the way,
especially duck face pictures, like.
That cigarette that Miley Cyrus had in that video earlier that showed, that was marijuana.
Yeah, it was in Amsterdam.
Because they were in Amsterdam, because it's
She was
legal.
smoking a joint, which is legal.
It is legal.
You know how much money Georgia can make if they legalize it? They said
Billions.
They said that it's going to be the biggest money-making business once everything's legalized. The government makes so much money to send to Egypt and all those people.
Uh-huh.
By the way, gun violence is so high in PG films.
PG-13 films.
Yeah, it tops the level of R-rated movies. Gun violence on PG-13 movies has more than tripled since '85, and now exceeds the level found in R-rated movies. And that increase, big-budget Hollywood movies may be adding fuel to aggressive attitudes and behaviors in young moviegoers, says the new study of December Pediatrics, published online today. Researchers also found that after 1984, when the PG rating was introduced, gun violence declined in G and PG rated films, remaining flat in R-rated films, and increased dramatically in PG-13 films. PG-13 is short for parents strongly caution. Some material may be inappropriate for children under 13. R-rated movies are restricted to audiences age 17 and older, unless accompanied by a parent. Since 2009, the level of gun violence in PG-13 films has been high or higher than the R-rated film, and has exceeded the level of 2012. For parents, these findings are important because PG-13 rated movies are the ones that target children, and the violence that is shown contains guns. And these films are more accessible to young people than ever before on the internet. There have been hundreds of studies showing that exposure to media violence increases aggressive thoughts, angry feelings, aggressive behavior, and decreases the feeling of empathy and compassion. I said that. I've always said that. All the shit affects people. Oh, no it doesn't. And you kiss my ass. It's proven. I mean, if you sit there watching a porno film, you're going to get horny. If you sit there watching a Christian film, you're going to get inspired. Am I right? If you sit there watching crazy videos, you're going to think crazy. That's just how it is. And people deny that. Oh, no, it doesn't. Oh, no, guns don't make a... Like I said, kiss my ass. You don't know what you're talking about.
The words
you take a
of
look at
Rory
this
Martinez
world
are his and his alone.
All these vicious video games, blowing each other up and cutting each other. Look at what the number one show on television, The Walking Dead. A bunch of people like shooting the heads off of people, chopping their heads off, ramming them with hammers. I mean, what the hell?
They're undead. That's the difference.
Yeah, well, oh yeah, right. They look alive to me. walking around.
Oh, so you just happen to see a whole bunch of people go,
No, I'm serious.
Okay, I know this neighborhood probably, but I'm talking about the downtown.
Yeah, they're all eating that crocodile crap. That's what it is. America's in the toilet.
There's your lead in.
Okay. Well, speaking of leading in,
There you go.
going in raw, says, well, porn actors have to wear safety glasses under the latest California law. It says there's a draft from the California Division of Occupational Safety and Health. OSHA may require porn actors to use condoms on shoots, and not too surprisingly for an industry laden with
So
STDs.
what are they? Why are they putting glasses on? What are they waiting to squirt in your eye or something?
Well, yeah.
Yeah, because they said that the new 21-page draft may also require actors to have sex during porn while wearing eye goggles, safety goggles. Says OSHA claims that the goggles will avoid semen from entering the eyes, a body part susceptible to diseases such as HIV and chlamydia.
Wow.
So, Long reports that according to OSHA's Deputy Chief of Health, Deborah Gold, barrier methods such as condoms and eye protection are technically required on porn shoots. Few porn companies adhere to those standards. Dang, yeah, it is wrong. That wrong as hell. That is so wrong.
I don't know.
Because there was a story that I heard about. It was on Black Men Radio. There was a story about this one chick that was dating this one dude, and she had something wrong with her eye contacts or something, contact lenses, and she had to go to an optometrist, eye doctor, whatever. And she realized as they found a crab in her eyeball. So somebody did a money shot on her and just, right in her eye.
Who knows?
And she ended up with a crab. You got that right. Yeah.
A lot of wing dang doodle.
Yeah, that was a big
was a
wing
big
dang
one.
doodle of a story right there.
What's happening? What's happening in the world? Oh, did you guys even talk about the naked cop that resigned?
Resign?
The 15-year-old girl he was making contact with on the internet?
Well, yeah, we talked about it. We know that he resigned.
Are we gonna keep these
I
goggles
thought he
on
would've-
all morning? Yeah. Alright, there you go.
Says STS.
Anthony left. I guess he got bored.
He said he'll talk to you later in the week.
Yeah.
Says according to CEO Pink Ackworth, what one person said that these draft regulations under this California law are just trying to quote unquote, basically criminalizing the production of porn. Says CEO of Kink.com, Peter Ackworth. Kink.com. What a name.
Oh well. Oh well.
Talk about speaking of some juices. There is a juice that I had to found out that GM oranges contain pig genes in the works, according to this story right here from naturalnews.com. It says, increasingly stricken by a disease that leaves them shriveled, discolored, and sour, Florida oranges are the latest target for genetic manipulators who are right now working on a new variety of genetically modified, or GM oranges, not to be mistaken for General Motors, GM oranges that could end up containing pig genes. According to the New York Times, the disease known as citrus greening threatens the entire domestic orange industry, which is why some of Florida's largest citrus producers see no other option but to fund for the development of GM oranges. It says that one of Florida's largest citrus growers and managers of 2.5 million orange trees in South Central Florida, Southern Gardeners Interest, is at the forefront for the push of GM oranges. According to reports, the company recently tried to battle citrus greening in its own groves, chopping down and burning hundreds of thousands of infected trees and bolstering an arsenal of pesticides. But these efforts have failed and prompting company officials to seek various alternative approaches in preventing this orange disease.
Whoop-de-frickin' do. Alright, there you go.
But the thing is,
Morning oranges containing pig genes.
Yeah, but they're gonna put pig genes in oranges. So I mean, does anybody want to have like pork flavored oranges? I mean, I'm just saying.
Well, they have these turkey flavored donuts coming out of New York now.
Huh?
You heard about that for
No.
Thanksgiving? And they have donuts that have turkey in it, with what's that red stuff? What do they call that?
What?
The red
In what?
in a Thanksgiving dinner.
The red.
The red
Blood?
what do you call that?
Dressing?
Jelly that they
Oh, cranberry sauce.
cranberry, yeah.
Yeah, cranberry sauce.
Some of them have cranberry and I don't know.
I mean, already put in the turkey?
In the donut.
Oh, in the
It's
donut.
a donut with turkey and they have
Yeah,
one
it's
with
called a cronut. Like
I
a
don't know.
croissant and a donut.
Okay, yeah, but
I've
then
seen that on Facebook. Look pretty nasty.
yeah, it does look nasty.
Yeah, it's called a cronut.
Okay, now you're saying they have turkey flavor. They don't
Yeah,
actually
no,
have.
it's in the line of a cronut. Cronut is another thing. This one has turkey in it.
That's what they call
Turkey.
Cranberry
Okay,
sauce.
okay, cranberry sauce. Like I
The
see,
cronut is a croissant and a donut at the same time.
but actually turkey meat, not turkey.
Turkey meat.
Ugh.
Turkey meat.
Yeah, that's gonna be a hit. Yeah, I can see a whole bunch of people getting sick with that, buddy.
Comedian Chris Smith says I'm fat and that disgusts me. You know.
Yeah, that is disgusting. I mean, I like food, but not like that. I mean, I know people. I know people give me heat for talking about that. I like the peanut butter and jelly all in the same jar and stuff because it saves time, saves space in your cabinet and stuff.
Take
like
time,
that.
space, and money. Ding, 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 ding. Guess what?
I don't know if I'm ready for turkey meat and cranberry sauce on the donut.
My thing's fucking.
Anyway, they were giving them out.
It,
What does the fox say?
yes, indeed.
Hey, DJ Azrael 1. Welcome. We're going on break.
It's going
We'll
on
be
break.
back. We got 1 hour left.
Yeah,
This
2 hours
nonsense
gone.
show that we have.
2 down, 1 to go. It's 54 degrees outside of Macon, Georgia. It's sunny with a high of 71 and a low of 43 degrees. But keep your windbreakers and jackets handy because it will get colder tonight. We'll be right back. Don't touch that remote or mouse.
I love this first video here. It's awesome.
Check this out. Doing.
We're back.
Oh, okay.
The hell was it?
Yeah, the video got fucked up.
Oh,
There's
okay.
something going on.
Now, what was so funny about that guy?
Because he was making fun of the little girl who was screaming.
Yeah.
But to us, you can't hear it matching up with his mouth moving.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But it's funny as shit. To everybody else, they can see it in real-time sound. We don't see it in real-time sound. Look, you put headphones on, then you get it in real-time sound.
Oh, okay. I see.
Oh.
Remember I told you that?
Mhm.
Somebody says, "Oh, this is great." Yeah, I looked at the video. I didn't.
Yeah, you don't hear it in real-time sound.
What does a
Like
bunker
being in
say?
somebody's
Ding,
kitchen.
ding, 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 bat. Ding, 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 ding,
Stop
bat.
going, you meathead.
Dead from the neck up.
Meathead.
Oh,
Dead from the neck
oh
up.
well.
My dad
Well, welcome back to Stupid Videos.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's 10:09 a.m. Eastern Time in Macon, Georgia.
Welcome to America's Funniest News Host.
Yes, Marathon is news host. You're watching the morning roast live from the Nut House in adjacent downtown Macon, Georgia, with Irv, Ed, and DB.
And we have, we haven't done a shout out all morning.
Oh
Why
yeah.
don't you do the shout out here?
Yes.
Good morning.
Good morning to ATT, Saibuki, Nikau, 3000, Plastic Canvas, Too Much, Yurik Wildcat, Honest Guy, AJ Astro, Comedian Chris, DJ Azrael, Dopey Smurfs, Mark 1979, Muhammad Hussein, Scorpiopio, and Smell My Finger.
Yeah, earlier we had a whole
You don't
bunch
know where
of.
that finger's been.
Yes.
Earlier we had comedian Chris Smith. Is he still around? No, yeah. Oh, no, yeah, he's still.
Is Tower of Ant still here? Tower of London still here?
Well, welcome all. I know it's been kind of an odd show today. It's not. I'm not feeling it, but I'm trying to get there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm wondering what the hell's the purpose? All we do on the show is show like the most rancid videos.
Mm-hmm.
We have the hottest topics on scrotums and penises and
Yeah. Big scrotum mascot, yeah. Mr. Balls.
You won't find that on Mix in the Morning.
No, you still on that. Especially a 6-foot scrotum,
Yeah.
with a smile on his face. Hi,
Hi,
kids.
I'm Mr. Ball.
I
Mr.
thought that was
Balls.
creepy. Though.
Or to my bilingual people, hola, yo soy Señor Testículos.
Yeah, comedian, do that. Send us a link, and that way we can look at your DVD, and if it's funny, we'll put it up. We tell that to everybody. You have something you want to give to the show, make a video, send it to us, and we'll put it anyway, even if it's shitty.
Go to our Morning Roast Facebook
At
page.
this point, we're desperate.
The Morning Roast. Send me a message.
Yeah. There you go. Morning Roast, send him a message, or you can IM him. If Ed has the capability, which he does, you could probably put it up.
No, I'm not technically inclined.
All right, well, whatever. Anyway, so a lot going on. By the way, we got up next. I don't know if you know the show. This has to do with Bob Fickling. And his show is, I was on it sometime back. I interviewed Marion Paris.
Yeah.
And he actually interviewed, Marion Paris actually interviewed Mayor Rickett. And he talked about Sammy. He talked about Junebug. Pretty much the same shit he's been saying all along. So whatever. It wasn't new news to me.
Oh, okay. So
I'm looking forward to when they get together on the inaugural day.
which
for
would be
them.
New Year's Eve.
I hope to
I
be
guess?
there.
Okay.
But if it happens on the 31st, I would rather be there than the 30th.
Okay.
Why is that? Because I want to be out that whole day on the 31st and celebrate New Year's somewhere. Out.
Yes.
Somewhere.
Yes. Don't worry. Yeah. Exactly. I was looking for some state news, which is going on. This crazy stuff that happened actually in Lawrenceville. In Lawrenceville, somewhere not too far from Atlanta. It says police in Atlanta's northern suburbs are searching for a suspect after a woman who was shot and killed and another woman wounded by gunfire at a birthday party this past weekend. Authorities say both victims were found in the garage of a home on Crystal Lake Drive in the Lawrenceville area early Sunday evening. Police say that the gunfire happened during a birthday party, and police tape surrounded a bounce house on the front lawn. According to reports, that gunfire was heard in the background of the 911 call. Police said that they were searching for a 40-year-old man seen leaving the scene in a Volvo after the shooting around 5 p.m. Sunday afternoon yesterday. They say a felony murder warrant has been obtained for that man's arrest. Police didn't release information about the wounded woman's condition. And hopefully they'll have more about it as the day progresses. They'll have more details.
Very nice, Chris. Chris Smith, I'm looking at your video. It looks pretty good. I'll see if Ed can put it on. You better be funny. I have no sound right now. So I'm looking at you with your mic. Nice studio. It looks like you're on a stage there.
Well, yes, because most stand-up comedies are on the stage.
And he's got a bit of a funny face, so I guess he's funny.
Yeah. Or at least funny looking. Just kidding.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
And Ed, he sent us a link over here. Chris Thomas.
Where is it?
Chris Smith. It's on the Morning Roast page.
Oh, okay.
I just pulled it up. But if you want to play that video a little bit, we're going to put Chris Smith. Yeah. Which one is it? Chris Smith or Charles Smith? All right, here we
Chris
go.
Smith, yes.
We got a little bit of a video.
Well, it's going to take a minute, Irv. I got it.
It's going to take a minute here, comedian Chris Smith. But I really want to see this video. This should be fun. Yeah. So, no, we're going to play it. So stick around. Ed's queuing it up right now. This should be fun. All right. Well, just play a little piece. Just play a little piece. It's 10 minutes long, but we'll put up the link as well. But let's check out one of our wonderful viewers. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Who is Chris Smith?
This should be
comedian
fun.
Chris Smith.
By the way, any of you have a video, you can send it right here to the Morning Roast.
Yeah, just give us the YouTube link.
Make sure there's no porn on it.
Yes.
Nothing with goggles on, none of that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so no porn. That's right, no porn. I don't want to see porn.
Yeah, we don't want to see no crazy goggles. I mean, unless you're building a house or something like that. Just
Yeah,
Just
I mean,
be sure.
anything. I mean, just send us anything, and we'll look at it, and we'll play it right here on the Morning Road. Why not? Everybody can enjoy each other.
Yeah.
Sabuki, send us something. About time. Yirak, send us something. Yeah. DJ Azriel, send us something. Mark, 1979. Scorpiopio, smell my face. Anyway. Yeah. Eye safety first.
All right, here you go.
All right, here we go. Chris, check it out.
Guys worry about dick size, don't they? They do. Not guys with big dicks, you never see them worried about it. But little dick guys, we worry, don't we, guys? Look, I got one of them dicks that when I take my dick out, people, women, have gone. The fuck is that? And then you gotta talk this shit, be like, yeah, just wait. And that usually comes. How many of you have ever drank so much that you've had to give your dick a pep talk? Yeah, exactly. Girls have given the pep talk. Listen, you son of a bitch. Hey. Being this pep talk is the worst. That's when your dick just kind of goes. For what, guys? What the fuck is Irish? Shut up, don't fuck up my DVD. He said don't say shit. What do you do? What about Irish? What about the Irish, man? The Irish got the literally thing. But you've all had that penis pep talk where you've been, you know you're about to get some vagina. And there's nothing better in the world than vagina. Nothing. Man, you can get kicked out of your house, lose your job, come home, your wife's sitting there with the eviction notice, hanging on the door, legs spread open, and she says, just fuck me. And you go, but we got all these problems. Oh yeah, you know what? We're gonna be all right, baby. We gonna be. Hold. Every one of you guys has been there and done that, right? You've been there, you're like, yeah! Oh. No. That's when you go down on it. Guys think that's a trick that goes on there. She's like, oh yes, put it in her head. She's like, you're gonna come. You ever been doing that? You're going down and but you're starting to lose your stuff. You ever hump the bed a little while you're doing it? Not that, come on, bullshit. The rest you got going. I love sex. Sex is just the best stuff in the world. There's nothing better. It's amazing, but there are things that happen when you have sex that are not amazing. Like, you ever get a tongue cramp going down on a woman? Guys, you be down there going, come on, you dirty pussy.
Hey, you know Howie Hansel?
That was pretty good. He had him laughing.
You did.
Where did you locate, Chris?
Yeah, where are you located, comedian? Very good. Very good.
State of shock. No.
I'm out in the Philly. Okay.
Oh, Philadelphia. Okay.
Yeah, you had that audience rolling, dude.
Yes, you did.
Pretty good. You got a good stage presence.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Cool.
Not too bad. You should try to get on Conan.
Some of the local comedians.
I don't know, but Conan is on TBS, so he allowed some vulgar language.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Where in Atlanta?
Well, thank you, comedian Chris Smith.
Mm-hmm. Says he may be in Georgia, down in Georgia, March for the Laughing Skull Comedy Festival. Wow.
Yeah. And his video could also now be found on the Morning Roast
For today's show, November 11th, Veterans Day.
By the way, he's going to be down in Georgia in March for the Laughing Skull Comedy Festival. Anything with a skull in it, I guess we're going to like.
Yeah, Laughing Skull Comedy, yeah.
Laughing Skull. But doesn't a skull have like a permanent smile? It has no lips.
Yeah. That means you have to be really funny.
Yeah, well, it's on our Facebook page if you want to pick it up and see the whole video. It's about 10 minutes long, right, Ed?
Did you post it?
Yeah.
You posted it?
Well, he posted it, yeah.
Well, no, that's in the messages. I'll post it.
Yeah.
But
that should be great. Thank you, comedian Chris Smith. There you have it.
All right, it's out there now.
And we're going from comedy to death.
Yes.
Once again, more mayhem.
Yes.
Tell us about this marathon runner who died in the savannah and is identified.
Yes. Authorities in Savannah, Georgia have released the identity of a marathon runner who collapsed and died near the finish line.
Wow.
Savannah Chatham Metro Police say that 35-year-old Jake Zeman of Columbia, South Carolina, died after falling ill during Saturday's Rock and Roll Savannah Marathon. Race medical doctor P.Z. Pierce said the death was a difficult and tragic situation and that event officials are asking everyone to keep the family in their thoughts and prayers. Organizers say that 14,700 runners were at the starting line for the main 26.2-mile race and half marathon. Wow. The men's full marathon winner was 23-year-old Eric McDonald of Groveland, Massachusetts, with a time of 2 hours, 29 minutes, and 47 seconds. The women's winner was 23-year-old Alyssa Kulik of Columbia, South Carolina. Her time was 2 hours, 53 minutes, and 9 seconds. So there you have it. Our condolences to the marathon runner who died in Savannah.
Drop dead running.
Mm-hmm.
You should get a physical before you do any kind of running or stuff like that. It's like not checking your tires before you hit the road. Next thing you know, you got 3 flats and all that.
Well, yeah, I mean,
you gotta check your heart.
Well, you gotta check your heart. You gotta make sure that you're healthy enough. You gotta be sure. You gotta train for it, and you don't. I mean, the next month's supposed to be the what they have in December, the run, the 5K run, the reindeer run. That's what they call the reindeer run, which is December during the Christmas.
I thought that reindeers flew.
Well, these run, but anyway. But anyway, I usually take at least if I can't get at least 30 days of preparation for a 5K race, I'm not even going to bother joining because I know I'm going to fall out. I just know because last time I've been done a 5K was 2006, actually 7 years ago, during the last 5K race, the last reindeer.
By the way, 010, if you're going to be commenting, you have to join Google Plus, just in case you didn't know. If you want to comment on any YouTube, you have to join Google Plus.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Good morning, Jay. Close to you. All right, as we move on, we're getting our audience back. I guess everybody took a nap after the boring first 2 parts of the show.
Okay.
Let me see. What do we got going worldwide? By the way, you know that Charlie Sheen is having the battle royal with his wife or ex-wife, one of them, and their kids, and Brooke Muller. In fact, it's getting nastier, and some of them are perceived as death threats. You know, he sent her a picture of a cake, like a cut-up cake with a part of a 5 on it, with a grenade on it.
Wow.
Saying happy birthday, blah, 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 blah. I mean, you know, this Charlie Sheen, man, he may have a point here, but he doesn't... he doesn't make it look any better. I mean...
Well, yeah. He doesn't exactly have a whole lot of tiger blood in him. Duh.
I mean, I don't know.
Not winning.
What the hell? Anyway, it's getting worse, and who deserves the kids is the question. Who deserves the kids? Charlie Sheen and his nanny, or his mother, the drug addict mother? There's a question. Everybody's breathing.
I don't know if I want to Plastic Cam says mother. I don't know. She's a drug addict, and he's. I don't know. It's kind. You got to flip a coin for that one. It's like trying to. It's kind of like trying to pick with. Would you rather be hit by a truck or hit by a train?
No.
Now, that's the perfect birthday cake.
What do we got here?
Okay.
What picture do we have?
That's the perfect birthday cake.
Yeah.
That's great, Ed. That's a great cake. Now that is a great cake.
Yeah.
I know a couple people I'd like to give it to.
Wow. It looks real.
Yeah, I like to give it to my ex-supervisor, but that's a whole other
What
story.
if it is?
I stayed up all night baking
Man.
the cake.
I like to see Charlie date Lindsay. Who's Lindsay?
Lindsay Lohan.
Charlie's fucked up in
They're
that.
both
Oh,
be
my
doing.
goodness.
Actually, they were in a film together.
Mm-hmm.
That scary movie, Part 12, whatever.
I think it's Scary Movie 4 or 5.
Movies.
Yeah.
And she didn't want to make out with him. She said, I don't like his mouth.
He
Something
ain't got a
about
pretty
his mouth. What's up with that?
Derek, why don't you try out for that part? You
What?
like
Yeah.
that? You got a pretty mouth.
You got pretty
Got a
much.
pretty mouth.
Got
I
tiger
don't
blood
know.
in your mouth.
She said she didn't want to kiss him.
You're not smiling.
I understand, Eve. I understand.
Bigger smile.
Yes,
But
yes,
go
yes.
on.
Yeah, that would be a good idea. Get them all together. Amanda Bynes, Charlie Sheen, Miley Cyrus. Who else? Who else is in that nut?
Nut house.
Yeah, nut house kind of thing. Who done up in jail first?
You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
I don't think Miley
But
would.
she didn't seem to be. Oh, really?
Who would end up in jail first? I think Charlie Sheen.
Charlie.
I
Yeah.
think Charlie Sheen.
Got more money. They had to pay more of a bail.
He'll be hitting on Amanda Bynes. And
The mayor of Toronto.
Oh,
whatever
my
happened
goodness.
to Amanda Bynes? Whatever happened?
Go back to
She
rehab.
dropped off
Yeah,
the
I think she
radar.
put back in rehab or something like that.
Probably,
I think
yeah.
I'm gonna go to rehab.
She's in a
Yeah, that's-
rubber room.
But how can you? Yeah, but how can you be like a be fat and be smoking crack? I mean, he must do that in between dinners or something. Like I can see him smoking turkeys or smoking ham, but not
He probably
not
didn't
crack.
smoke a lot. He probably just. That one time they probably caught him.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's a video I had it, but I'll play it tomorrow or something where he's cussing and threatening somebody.
Yeah.
No, I think Amanda Bynes did something worse than crack. I really think she was on some kind of prescription drug that she got used to. That's how these kids act. They act crazy.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just the GMO additives to the food that they've been eating.
Mm-hmm.
And all the preservatives.
They say she's bipolar. Yeah, maybe. Or tripolar. Or who the hell knows? She was wearing a wig one day. The next day she looked normal. The next day after that she looked back to the wig.
She liked to switch it around.
Yeah, she
Keep people guessing.
Switch. Yeah.
How crazy do you think I really am?
Switch it up.
Woo,
Anyway,
boy.
Charlie Sheen is an effing winner. Yep, yes he is. Bad owl. He is a winner. Because let me tell you, he is making more money now with that stupid show Anger Management than he did on that other Three Guys and a Baby, whatever the hell the name.
2.5 Men.
2.5.
Here's a picture that's been going
That
around.
big fat, that little kid, that big fat little kid, he's a big fat little kid, now grew up, starting to
Marilyn
bad.
Manson.
I don't even think he's on the show anymore. Didn't they throw him
No,
out?
they cut him. They cut him out. Remember,
They cut
because
him
he
out.
was talking
So
trash.
what is it? What's left? Now they got the lesbian daughter. So
It's supposed to be Charlie's. Yeah, Charlie's long
They're
lost
jumping
daughter.
the shark on this one. They need to go away.
Yeah. Hopefully this will be the last season. I hope it is the
I
last
hope
season.
so.
Because it's been sucking since they killed off Charlie. I mean, truth be told.
Hey, when you do this, maybe we can do like a moment of silence for Veterans Day.
Oh yes,
For who?
we will.
For the people in the Philippines?
For Veterans Day.
Yeah, veteran, the people in the Philippines. Sure.
Yes,
You
yes.
got 10,000 that died there.
Yeah, you're right.
They don't deserve a moment of silence.
We'll do it.
Yeah.
No, but I said veterans.
So we're gonna stop and pause. We're gonna give a moment of silence to our wonderful veterans.
Mm-hmm.
Thank God for our veterans. Thank God for our military. No matter what, they're the men and women that make this country great.
Yes.
And, of course, to our Filipino friends, God bless you.
The 10,000 who
Yeah.
have died.
All I know is all these thoughts run through my head. How many people died in that terrible storm. And God bless you. So here's a moment of silence. All right, there you have it. Moment of
There you
silence.
go.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Chris Smith couldn't handle it. He left. I guess he got emotional.
Well, he said he was already he was getting ready to leave anyway. So thanks for coming by, comedian Chris Smith. You're a very funny guy.
Yes, he is. Very
Funny
funny.
guy.
Why not a vocal prayer? Oh, well, why don't you put up a prayer there, ATT, rip it out, type, and put it on for us so we can read it. Yeah, God bless the Philippines.
Go ahead and get into,
Yeah. And speaking of God and blessing, that was pretty much a disaster that happened in the Philippines. Also, any of our veterans who died in this war, all these wars that we have, disastrous for their families.
Or who have friends who died in it, who saw their friends get killed.
Died in it. So that happens to be the title of our Daily Bread, Disaster Diaries, for November 11, 2013, written by Dennis Fisher. And here we go. Yves Congo is just 10 years old when World War I began and the French town where he lived was invaded by the German army. His mother encouraged him to keep a diary, and what resulted was a lucid description of a military occupation, complete with written narrative and colored sketches. His diary recorded a disaster from a child's perspective. What he witnessed had such a profound effect on him that he felt called to bring others the hope of Christ. Centuries earlier, the prophet Jeremiah was an eyewitness to the invasion of Jerusalem by Nebuchadnezzar. He wrote down his observations in his diary, the Book of Lamentations. Despite these distressing times, the prophet found hope in the heart of God. He wrote, "The Lord's mercies we are not consumed because his compassions fail not. They are new every morning. Great is your faithfulness." Actually, we used to sing that every morning. At various times, we may experience or witness disasters that feel like hostile forces entering our lives, but these times of trouble do not last forever. And like Jeremiah, our most sustaining hope is to reflect upon the faithfulness and provision of our Heavenly Father. The Lord's compassion are new every morning, and his faithfulness is great. The best reason for hope is God's faithfulness. And in today's Bible read, in Lamentations chapter 3, verse 19 through 33, his compassions fail not. They are new every morning. Great is your faithfulness. There you have it.
There you have it.
Morning, Rose. A faithful God.
And for all the veterans who are here, who are still here, we thank you for your service, and we still appreciate you.
There you go. Thank you, Ed. Thank you, Plastic Canvas. Honor our heroes. Greater love has no one than this, than to lay down one's life for his friend.
John 15:13.
13. Remember Memorial Day. There you go.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
They are new every morning. There we go.
Yes.
Not bad. Thank you, Derek.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Yurag. I appreciate that. Appreciate your saying it's very nice.
Yes,
Derek,
what else?
find the cute
Derek.
Well, see, last night I knew there was something. There was something I meant to watch on TV this weekend because I remember my cousin's mother died earlier last week. They had the funeral this past Saturday, and I was watching I missed the Georgia Appalachian State game because when they won 45-6, and there was a whole bunch of stuff that I missed on TV.
Yeah,
I lost some stuff on TV. There was one in particular.
By the way, thank you, 010. One in particular, by the way. Go ahead.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wait, before you move on, ATT says, Father God, in the name of Jesus, help the survivors from the Philippines disaster. Help others to give them food and shelter. Let this disaster, let us each examine ourselves and correct ourselves to make it right what is not, according to your will. Amen. There you go. Bye, Yurag. Thank you for stopping by.
Take care, Wildcat.
And why don't you read that story, Derek?
Yes, this is a really I guess it's maybe there's a silver lining in this dark cloud of corrupt laws and stuff like this. It says, for the first time ever, a prosecutor will go to jail for wrongfully convicting an innocent man.
Wow. Okay.
Today in Texas, former prosecutor and Judge Ken Anderson pled guilty to intentionally failing to disclose evidence in a case that sent an innocent man, Michael Morton, to prison for the murder of his wife. When trying the case as a prosecutor, Anderson possessed evidence that may have cleared Morton, including statements from the crime's only eyewitness that Morton wasn't the culprit. Anderson sat on this evidence and then watched Morton get convicted. While Morton remained in prison for the next 25 years, Anderson's career flourished and he eventually became a judge. In today's deal, Anderson pled to criminal contempt and will have to give up his law license, perform 500 hours of community service, and spend 10 days in jail. Anderson had already resigned in September from his position on the Texas bench. What makes today's plea newsworthy is not that Anderson engaged in misconduct that sent an innocent man to prison. Indeed, while most prosecutors and police officials are ethical and take their constitutional obligations seriously, as they should, government misconduct, including disclosure breaches, known as Brady violations, occur so frequently that it has become one of the chief causes of wrongful convictions. What's newsworthy enough about today's plea is that it's a prosecutor that was actually punished in a meaningful way for his transgressions. So there you have it. So maybe this is a start of something. Maybe they'll go.
Yes. Well, here's something that will excite
you. Maybe they'll do that in Florida and get.
Forgot about Florida. That place is ready to snap off and float away.
Like California.
Florida. Oh, by the way, did you know that Jimmy Carter's grandson is running for governor of Georgia?
Yes, we talked about.
I'm excited about that. Yeah, we need another Carter in the White House. The White House. Yeah, here in Georgia, it's the White House. By the way, this will excite you because I know that you love this kind of shit. I could give a rat's ass about it, but
what?
Yeah, wow.
What, electronics?
Yeah, it's an electronics. Apple is finally coming out with a new iPhone that's curved. Now, I don't understand what the idea behind this is. Why is it so important to have a curved phone now?
I have no idea.
I know that iPhones have a larger screen, and
at least that's one good thing, bigger screen.
Yeah, but Samsung recently launched a Galaxy round handset with a side-to-side bend, and LG unveiled the G Flex with its top-to-bottom curve. Apple's glass bending approach will reportedly be somewhat different and altogether more modest, a glass that curves downward at the edges. Like,
So basically, just trying to give the iPhone more junk for its trunk.
well, can I ask you a question? Why curve? What?
I guess in a way, I guess
you can't even use your phone if you got stubby fingers as it is. Now you're gonna have a curved phone.
I guess in a
stubby
way
fingers.
they want it where, like, I have an iPhone. It's flat. I mean, not an iPhone. It's an iPod, but you get the gist of it. What it would more likely would look like. Well, at least what an iPhone looks like is really flat like this.
Yeah.
But I guess they want to fit into the contours of the human hand because I guess they want to like people want to give feng shui. They want to have like nice curves or shape, not that many corners to make it live. I guess they want to give feng shui to your phone as well, I guess.
Wow.
To fit into the palm or the contours
like a
of your
penis
hand.
phone. Why don't they just make it
not
like
necessarily
round, like
that.
a penis? You can hold it like that.
Well, not necessarily that. but,
Hit the head.
yeah.
Turn it on and off. I don't get it. Who cares? Yeah, by the way, slave labor. That's really who's
Yeah.
making these phones.
Yeah, when you buy an iPhone.
Let's put it this way. I don't know of anybody that works for Apple Phone that lives here in the United States. Other than the salespeople that give bad service anyway.
Yeah. But the thing is, but what you gonna do though? I mean, if you be old, shine all this money, but what you gonna do?
Curved phone. Get rid of these phones.
Well,
Get
speaking
rid
of
of these phones. Go back to the old days. You had to go home to get a phone call. Now they're everywhere. And by the way, they're removing all the shit off the streets. Did I tell you?
oh yeah,
that?
they got getting rid of the telephone booths.
It's no longer going to exist. It's like Blockbuster Video. It's
Mm-hmm.
going out of business.
Yeah, remember like in Superman, the first Christopher Reeve Superman movie, he was trying to change it to a telephone booth like they do back in the old days, and he couldn't get in it because all you had was just like the phone and a little thing and a little pole right there because you had no place to go.
Well, I'm glad they're getting rid of them. They always ate your quarters and shit. I hated that.
Uh-huh.
Then you go inside these Indian places. I don't know. Too bad. Like, who put that freaking phone there, you stupid ass? Isn't it part of your business? But they don't want to know anything. Never mind the free air that they give.
Free
no
air.
longer free. You got to pay $1 for it. Who cares? Is there any still phone booths? I don't think so, 010.
No,
and by the way, you know what? I was at a phone one time.
Mm-hmm.
Where the hell was I? Somewhere in Georgia.
Oh, okay.
I was... No, I'm sorry. This is Long Island. Long Island.
Okay, somewhere in New York. Okay.
No, somewhere in New York. I went to visit a friend and I got lost. And of course, at that time, they didn't have cell phones. So I had to call his house. I call up his house. He says, yeah, I know where you're at. Blah, blah, blah. Stay right there. I hang up the phone. A whole bunch of change starts coming out.
Like jackpot.
Like jackpot, right? I swear to God. So all of a sudden, I had like $2 in quarters. Literally. It just kept spitting out. So I pick up the phone again and hung it up, and more change comes out. And I did this about 7-8 times, folks. I got about close to $8 out of that phone booth. And you know what I did? I said, okay, enough. I don't want to do this again. And I went back and did it one more time, and I still got more change.
Wow.
Yeah. It really happened. And I swear to God, I walked out of there with $8 extra in my pocket. Heavy pockets, all quarters. She kept spitting out.
Spitting out.
I
quarters.
said, do you know how many years you have stolen my money on these rickety-ass phones? And now I'm getting it all back. It felt great.
I know you
I
did.
said, you sons of bitches. If I could keep going all freaking night, I would. It felt so good.
What did you do with it? Did you go get a hamburger or something?
No, I bought a pack of cigarettes.
Oh, cigarettes. Okay, well, yeah, they can be pricey, right?
Unbelievable. I'm serious. I didn't buy cigarettes. I don't remember. I didn't smoke at the time.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I was a good boy. I just kept the damn change. I know my pockets were heavy as shit.
Uh-huh.
whole bunch of quarters. And you know what? I think that if I would have kept going, it would have kept spitting out. But I don't know if I cleaned out that clock there or whatever.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, it's funny. In China, if you talk about the Chinese government are gay and Christian, you go work camps making iPhones, iPads, each other, take a stand. Nah, you sure that's true? Nah, I wouldn't put it past them. They can make money at the same time, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah.
It's like a birthday gift for them.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised at all.
Speaking of birthdays.
Oh, yeah, speaking of birthdays, yes. We have some
Happy birthday.
People who were born on November 11th on Veterans Day. Number one person on the list is Leonardo DiCaprio. Oscar-nominated actor and producer, won a Golden Globe Award for Best Actor in his role in The Aviator in 2004. He had just recently had a hit movie in The Great Gatsby remake. He turns 39 years old today. Trey Smith, the son of Will Smith and the stepson of Jada Pinkett Smith.
That rotten little nepotism actor, yeah.
Yeah, well that's the other actor.
Oh.
Trey Smith's from his first marriage. He's 21 years old today, Trey Smith. Demi Moore, her starring role in Ghost earned her a Golden Globe nomination. She also acted in movies such as Striptease, Disclosure, and G.I. Jane. Demi Moore, 51 years old.
So I guess I'm about 6 months older than her.
Yeah, 6 months older. Victor Cruz, wide receiver for the New York Giants, who helped them win Super Bowl 46 and set the team's record for most receiving yards in the season in 2011. Who does the little song thing when he makes a touchdown. He's 27 years old today. Feliz cumpleaños, Victor.
I'm loving these emoticons. They're all over the place. Honest guy, I like that one. The little turkey running away from the little fork and knife.
Oh, yeah.
That's Derek right there.
I guess.
Going after food.
Well, that was actually funny. 6 months older, but she's still aged better.
Yeah.
Is she all tits and teeth? Cy Boogie just asking. Other birthdays: Mark Sanchez, former quarterback of the New York Jets, who was playing football for USC before he was drafted by the Jets. He's 27.
Who knows who they are? Happy birthday to Joe Schmo down the block. That's what
David DeLuise, the son of the late actor Dom DeLuise, who actor who played in role of Buck Malone on the television show Third Rock from the Sun alongside John Lithgow, but first known to TV when I was growing up as one of the guys who worked alongside Richard Grieco and Holly Robinson in the TV show 21 Jump Street on Fox. He's 42 years old today.
What the hell is that, Nicole? R.A. What is it?
Oh, T-Rat, the heavy metal band Rat.
Oh. How'd you get that up? It's cool.
Saibuka says teeth a bit shy on the she has nice teeth but a bit shy on the teeth. So she's saying she's flat chested.
Yeah, not
Let's
bad.
see. Abigail,
I like these emoticons. Yeah. I guess Vaughn is moving up.
Good, really good. Abigail Adams, the wife of John Adams, mother of John Quincy Adams, she was the second first lady of the United States. She was born on this day in 1744, died in 1818. General George Patton Jr., who led the army, led the United States, five-star United States Army general who led attacks in Italy and France and Germany during World War II. He was born on this day in 1885, and also he was an Olympian.
I got it.
He was in the pentathlon who ran alongside Jim Thorpe during the 1912 Olympic Games over 100 years ago. Who would have thought? Jonathan Winters, the late great actor comedian and actor who did stand-up routines with wacky characters.
Poor guy.
Who actually played Robin Williams' son in Mork and Mindy that last season. He would have been 88 years ago. He would have been 88 years old today.
Yeah.
Goodbye. Emmy Award winner Callista Flockhart, the star of Ally McBeal, who played Kitty Walker McAllister in Brothers and Sisters, and who married Harrison Ford, a.k.a. Han Solo, a.k.a. Indiana Jones. She's 49 years old today.
She gave a new meaning to the word bulimia, and what's the other one?
Anorexia?
Anorexia. That's what I remember her for.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Daisy Bates was born on this day. She died in 1999. She was born in 1914. She would have been 99 years old.
Yeah,
she was a
Daisy
civil rights
Bates.
activist and writer known for her part in the Little Rock integration crisis in 1957. So she was helping black students integrate the Central High School in Little Rock, Arkansas. Those who don't know.
I'm not gonna bite you, smell my finger, especially with a name like Smell My Finger.
Also other celebrities, Carson Kressley, who I talked about, fashion expert on the award-winning Bravo TV show Queer Eye for the Straight Guy.
Another shitty show.
He's 44 years old today.
Yeah. They had a reunion, and it's like all these gay guys like floating over each other. Who cares?
Obviously, some people do.
Queer Eye for the Straight Guy. Meanwhile, the straight guys weren't so damn straight. I think they were banging the guys. I'm sure.
Oh my goodness, man. Well, and I guess I have, Lavelle Crawford, who's an African-American stand-up comedian who finished second on The Last Comic Standing. He turns 45 years old today. Ian Patrick, actor best known on television audience as the character Dick Butkus on the new ABC sitcom Neighbors. He's 11. And Mark Summers, age 62. He's the TV host of Nickelodeon and Food Network shows on both cable channels. Adam Beach, who starred in such films as Smoke Signals and Joe Dirt, great Native American actor. He turns 41 years old today. And also Fuzzy Zoeller, the PGA golfer, won the Masters in his first appearance at the event and made fun of Tiger Woods in his first time winning the Masters. Talking about, I hope next year they're gonna have fried chicken and collard greens. He's 62 years old today.
That's so.
Not so happy birthday to Fuzzy Zoeller.
Yeah, literally so.
I mean, see, this is why people talk about, when people make fun of Tiger Woods to black, they're like, well, he's really mixed. Well, how come when you talk about the black part most all the time instead of his Asian side? Yeah. And why you always have to be the negative part? Oh, we're going to have fried chicken and collard greens next year and watermelon. Don't say anything about fried rice and soy sauce, but I'm just saying. If you're going to make fun of one side, make fun of both of them, you know.
Okay.
But speaking I'm just saying. Speaking of when you were talking about the curves on the phone, speaking of some other curves, I knew there was something that I missed watching on TV. The Miss Universe pageant that was on TV Saturday night.
Yeah, Donald Scum. This guy Donald Trump, he's some...
Got a lot of money.
Yeah, he got a whole lot of money.
He is some moron.
They had a brand new Miss Universe. She was Miss Gabriela Isler, Isler.
Yeah.
She, formerly known as Miss Venezuela, was crowned Miss Universe 2013 on Saturday night in Moscow, where the current Miss Universe pageant was held Saturday night in Moscow, Russia. The 25-year-old.
Is that her? She won?
Yes, she won.
Wow.
Yes, indeed.
Really skinny arms.
Yeah, she's kind of skinny, but she's still she alright.
She's got skeletal arms.
Yeah, she's a 25-year-old.
She's got nice boobies, nice belly, nice but her arms is so skinny.
Yeah, it is.
She looks like a big skeleton.
Well, I wouldn't say she has a cuter face than a skeleton. But she's a 25-year-old broadcaster.
What do you guys think? She's got a pretty face, nice hair, nice boobies, nice belly, but those arms are so skinny.
Yeah, she is kind of skinny than most people, particularly from Latin America, because she's Miss Venezuela. They tend to be, Latinos used to be more curvier than that. Yeah. She beat out 85 other contestants to take the title of Miss Universe. She says, I can't describe all the things that I feel at this moment because I'm shaking, she told reporters after last year's winner, former Miss Universe Olivia Culpo, who represented the USA, placed a crown on her head. She says, I'm still in shock. I feel so blessed, so happy to be here. Some of the judges of that Miss Universe pageant were Steven Tyler, the front man for Aerosmith, Spice Girl Mel B, and Andy Cohen of Bravo, TV show Bravo. was one of the coaches, well, one of the judges. Actually, Andy Cohen, he was one originally supposed to host the event, but he backed out because of Russia's anti-gay laws. So he was supposed to be the host of the show, but he backed out.
You know, these are the silly comments that I love so much. AT&T, her arms are so skinny and long. She may be an alien from Mars. I love that. That's so
yes. According to
fun. Adolescently.
Yes, according to her, according to the story, her full name is Maria Gabriela de Jesus Isler Morales.
Yeah, her name is as long as her arms.
Yes.
Long arm.
I knew that was going to be a 19 factor.
Shit. Unbelievable. All right, well.
Yeah, I mean, she's...
Ed left her up. Ed!
Yeah. Yeah, we don't want people fapping on here.
No. She still holds the world record for putting 65 hot dogs into her mouth at once.
Really? Really? I don't know about all that.
Are you sure about that?
I don't know about all that.
Yeah. I mean, she is adorable.
She has a cute face, but she is...
Those arms gotta go.
I really do have to admit, though, she is kind of on the skinny side, though. Because usually beauty queens, especially from Latin America, and especially Venezuela, which is a Miss Universe, a beauty pageant factory, they usually tend to be a little bit more, tend to be a little more curvy.
Cal says, she's cute, but what a bitch. Really? Does she have a bad temper?
I'm not saying, but...
No, was she flailing her arms in the contest?
I don't know. I didn't get to see the program.
She could get a job as one of those people that, bring the airplanes in with the lights.
With the lights, like the signatures.
The
air
plane
controllers.
literally, run through her fingers.
That is crazy. That is crazy.
Yeah. She does not look healthy. I agree.
She may have a bad temper if they wouldn't let her eat. I'm quite sure she probably was really upset. I mean, she does need a sandwich or two or three.
When it's one of those arms that you're hitting you with a 2x4.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway.
Speaking of which, I think
we got a white candidate. I bet she is anorexic. She probably is.
She probably is. Yeah, no doubt.
I mean, let me tell you, it goes to show you how shitty these shows have become.
Mm-hmm.
This is what is Miss Universe? What universe?
Yeah.
From Mars.
Venus. Or Jupiter.
Talk about Mars. Jupiter.
Oh my god.
Long, lanky arm.
Yeah.
She thought she could hunt geese with a rake.
Hunt geese. Yeah,
that was fun.
Dang. That's a lot.
She was a champion kite flyer.
That is a long rake.
I'm telling you, those arms are just too long. They're just not pretty.
Very, very. I'll tell you what's not really pretty. It says this story right here about this white candidate wins election in Houston, Texas by pretending to be black. Wow.
That guy doesn't look black.
I don't know.
What he did was all his advertisements he sent out had all black people on them. But not him.
That make it.
Uh-huh.
So, everybody, just shows you how informed voters are. They just...
Yeah.
Wow.
I always love the unity and community campaigns and all that. Then you look and it's all black people.
Yeah.
Nobody white representing.
I see.
Any kind of unity. I don't get it.
Do you have a video of that?
Yeah.
Well, I'll just talk about it. Candidate Dave Wilson was a surprise winner of District 2 seat in Tuesday's Houston election, Texas Community College Board trustee election. Excuse me. It was a surprise, quote unquote, because Wilson is white and District 2 is a Houston inner city electorate, I guess predominantly black. But some are crying foul because Wilson set out a pretty misleading flyer, making it seem like both he and his supporters were black. The big winner, Dave Wilson, fully admits that this was a campaign of political mischief. Says, I didn't expect to win that after his big victory. Says the incumbent, one Bruce Austin, an African American, has been elected and re-elected to the District 2 seat for 24 years, and his loss on election day came in as an unwelcome surprise. It did seem that he was talking it with a bit of humor on the TV report, though. He says, according to the report, Austin says, I don't think it's good for both democracy and the whole concept of fair play. But that was not his intent, apparently. Quote unquote.
Wow. There you go.
So, yeah, who would have thought, man? He just had all these pictures of black people and had people think that he was also black. So, okay, I see.
Wow.
But then again, a lot of people thought that the author, Harriet Beecher Stowe, who wrote Uncle Tom's Cabin, was black as well, but she's actually a white woman, white female.
Well,
You got some words for us, man?
Yeah, we do. Yeah, we got some words. Since we're going to go to, I guess, 11:11, right?
you want to
Okay.
just, what do we got? What's the word?
Our word for the day is chameleon. Chameleon.
Chameleon.
Yes.
That's great Elton John song, by the way.
Oh, really?
Blue Moves album.
Etymologically speaking, a chameleon literally means a ground lion. The word comes from Greek chameleon with a K, a compound formed from kamal, kamal, Khamai, on the ground, which you have the word English humus and humble are related to it, and leon, L-E-E-on, which means lion. Until the 19th century, the word was usually spelled chameleon without an H, which led to the popular association with the first element with camel. But this in turn encouraged an identification with camelopard, a now obsolete word for giraffe. And in the 14th and 15th centuries, chameleon was used for giraffe. Believe it or not.
Chameleon, you steal your way back into my arms.
Oh yeah. Speaking of which,
beyond the shadow of a doubt, you're a devil. You're a devil in the sky. Alright, got it.
also, I want to say 41 years ago, thanks for this story, Ed, that 41 years ago today, on November 11, 1972, Barry Oakley lost his life in a tragic motorcycle crash in Macon.
Yeah.
He was Barry Oakley. He was one of the members of the Allman Brothers
And
Band.
there's pictures right there. You can see it right next to Derek's head here.
Yeah, right here, right behind me.
If you look at him, that guy holding it, well, looks like a penis.
Bass guitar. Basically, yeah. Barry Oakley was one of the members of the Allman Brothers Band. He was the bass player for the band. He was just 24 years old when he died 41 years ago on this day.
Yeah.
And
They both died within 2 miles of...
Within 2 miles.
On Vineville.
Both
Oh, man.
on Vineville, both on motorcycles, both probably high. Who knows?
2 miles from each other. Jeez.
I wonder if they had a helmet law back then. Probably not.
No, probably not. Not
Who
even.
knows?
Not even close. Not in 1972. No way.
Anyway, on tomorrow's show, we're going to talk a little bit about Tom Cruise leaving Scientology.
Okay, by the way, one more thing I want to say. Who said this first? A golden handshake. Who said that?
A golden handshake.
Yes. A generous one-off payment over and above their salary made to someone leaving a business at retirement or possibly to persuade them not to make a fuss about something. I see. The term golden handshake was coined in Britain in 1965 by the city editor of the Daily Express, Frederick Ellis. It was so apt and immediately successful that it was followed by the initial imitative forms golden hello, golden boot, and golden parachute. Frederick Ellis was knowledgeable about city finances most of the time, and in 1964 he publicly and strongly advised readers not to invest in the Beatles publishing company Northern Songs. Some years later, the company was sold for $4.7 million.
Thank you. I'm in no way affiliated. I was trying to think of the other term that they use, the golden shower. Yeah. That's what it was.
Yeah, that's a totally different story right there. Totally different story. But guten Tag to you, Nordschnag. I'm surprised you came here during the last remaining minutes of the show, but I'm glad you're here.
I don't know what the hell that is that was just put up, but it doesn't look right.
Oh, need more cowbell. Okay, Saturday Night Live. Okay, cowbell. Need more cowbell.
It looked like something else.
Want to thank all of our guests and mods and chatters here today. Want to thank you to Sabuki, Nikal 3000, Honest Guy, DJ Azrael, Dopey Smurfs, Hoodie, 420, in no way affiliated, a new guy here. Proud Dad, who just coming in, we're just closing.
I ain't proud that. Sorry, you're gonna be not too proud.
Jay,
after.
close to you. Nordschnag, 010, and Proud Dad, Scorpio Pio, Smell My Finger, Watchdog 1. Also want to thank Tyrone, who was here earlier today.
Iraq Wildcat.
Eve
Plastic Canvas.
Comedian Chris Smith.
Oh, yes, he did a great job with that. Comedian Chris Smith.
Yeah, was a Good Time Radio was here too?
What?
Good Time was here earlier.
Oh yeah, Good Time Radio was here.
He's always here.
Good Time Radio.
And
anyway.
Yeah,
Barbara by 2 for a second.
Oh yeah.
Probably just watching.
Oh, okay.
Let him come back. I don't care.
I didn't say you couldn't.
Just no Rocco, but I don't mind Vorpal Bite. All right, there you have it. There's a shitty show for the day.
Yeah, definitely get ready for it. Yes, it's
Don't go nowhere, right? Because we got something to show you right now.
Yeah, don't go anywhere. We got one more thing to show you.
Yeah,
On our way out.
Yes,
Yeah,
we just
on our
want to
way
say
out.
thank
Say
you.
goodbye. Say goodnight, Dick.
Good night, Dick.
Hands.
Have a good Veterans Day, and on behalf of Irvin Ed, this is DB saying, can you smell what the roaster's brewing? We'll see
Check
you
out the
tomorrow.
video.
And keep your jacket on. Goodbye.
That's all, folks.